Hello, everybody. How you doing? Good to see you all in the chat. We are up to about 800, 900 beautiful humans here from around the world. I am honored to be your host this evening. My name is David Snedeker. This is the IndoctriNATION, and I will be broadcasting to you live from Topanga, California here for the next couple hours. We have a tendency to sometimes do 8-hour, 7-hour, 6-hour shows, and we're not going to do that tonight unless we are drawn to. But the reason we do that is because we are digging for information, and despite what you might be hearing about today from others and people who say, I told you so, or people that are challenging the way you think. Here's the thing that I'm going to tell you about my listeners. First of all, I don't placate you, and as a matter of fact, I toss you out of here if you're not being kind or don't have an open mind. I just don't tolerate it. Because life's too short. I'm 55 years old, and I have, over 10,000 people every single day are watching this broadcast. And if you know anything about trying to attract people into a theater, trying to attract people into movie theaters, it's not easy. But the reason I believe that we do that is because we are challenging you to think for yourself. We have challenged ourselves to think outside the box and think for ourselves. And we have found a way to do that, and we are engaged in, helping others figure that out as well. So there's truth here, there's wisdom, there's speculation, there's laughter, there's deep thought, and if you want that kind of a thing, and you like the format with which I present it, you are welcome here. And if that's not your jam, be on your way. But don't try to make it about yourself and get involved in the chat and try to discredit free thinkers. Because I'll tell you this, folks, as a researcher and a firm believer, and it's not believer because of my emotions, but a believer because of facts that I've discovered, we have just, in essence, in theory, turned our country over to a group that is highly compromised, by people that do not want what's best for you and I. Okay? And 14 years I've spent doing this, while other people are getting involved in fantasy football, baseball, watching basketball, watching baseball, going out, going to bars, drinking, doing. This is what I do. Like, this is my hobby. And I spend more time at this hobby than I do a full-time job. And I have a full-time job. And I have a weekend job. So I'm working my ass off here. And I am inspired and motivated to come to you with information, but not just give you fish, but teach you how. Todd and I we show you how to dig through 17 drops. We help you figure out, what's bullshit and what's not, how to detect it, how to see through the indoctrination. Which is what our critics are completely caught up in, by the way. So let's say, for example, this was our worst day in the truth community. Okay? Now, many of you feel that way. Okay? I do not. But many of you feel that this was the worst day because the people that we have been railing against, that we know are into very, very nefarious activities and have enslaved humanity in ways that we can't even talk about here, seem to have control over Washington again. And so on our worst day, I would rather be me. I would rather be you if you are awake and challenge what you're being told and think outside the box and think cui bono, who benefits from this thing I'm being told, that you actually think for yourself. I would rather be on our worst day as truthers, you and I, than the brain-dead, indoctrinated sheep that are criticizing us for challenging the mainstream media. Now, I am very open and I am very welcoming to people who come in here. Oh, what's this? What's going on? What's this guy talking about? What's happening? We are very gentle. We're very friendly with newbies, with people that may just be waking up, people that are starting to question things for the first time. But when you come in here and you challenge us in ways that is just insanity, like because you watch CNN, you watch MSNBC, you watch Fox News, you watch this propaganda machine unfold every single day, and you think that you're my peer, you're not. If you spent as much time cooking food as a chef, as a weekend barbecuer, if you spend as much time doing that and researching how to do that effectively as much as I do this, you would be able to teach me something. I would not pretend to know more than you about food, because that's something that I can clearly see that you engage with passion, with everything you have. And you're good at it. You're great at it. You see people's reactions to what you do, what you produce, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're amazing. How did you make this?" And you're like, "It's secret, or whatever. You got your secret sauce or whatever." I would never pretend to be your peer in the kitchen or be your peer over the grill. And I certainly wouldn't come to your party and say, "Oh, this food sucks," or talk behind your back and say, "Oh, this food sucks, doesn't it? God, what the hell did he do? What did he put on it?" You know what I mean? And so that's the problem. Because I eat food and I enjoy food doesn't mean that I'm going to be able to call myself your peer when it comes to making food. And yet, people that have spent a lot of time doing what I do, okay, are challenged by those who don't spend time doing what we do. Don't spend time scouring the web, finding good sources, finding out true information, and finding out the propaganda that has been propped up to try to discredit it. So just because you watch these channels, these news stations with made up, dressed, coiffed actors reading from a teleprompted script, and you read a newspaper created by the same propaganda machine that was exposed in the 1975 Church Commission, where the CIA was infiltrating media, and they're still doing it today on a much, much bigger scale. And you've got big tech that, by the way, aren't censoring you assholes, aren't censoring you that aren't challenging the narrative. They don't give a shit about you because you're good little boys and girls, because you're regurgitating exactly what they want you to regurgitate. You are part of the problem. And so people like me who come along and challenge that narrative and simply start asking questions, okay, are actually getting people to start to break outside of the boob tube and think for themselves. And then you're going to criticize or pretend you're my peer. You're not. You're not even close. You're not. You're an intellectual, minuscule part of the big, vast picture of the conspiracy, and you are fighting for people you don't even know and people you haven't even researched over somebody that is cooking a meal every single night, and tens of thousands of people are eating it up and enjoying it and telling their friends about it to come back tomorrow night. And you're nourished. Your soul is nourished, your mind is nourished, and your heart is nourished, because I'm not just sharing information. I'm not just showing you things that are happening. We're talking about it. We're explaining it. We're talking about how can we look into this deeper. You guys are bringing me research. So it's a collaborative. It's a hive mind. And that, at 55 years of age, the one thing I can tell you, that when I decided, fuck everybody, you got a problem with that, by the way, when I speak like that, maybe this isn't your jam. But if you're going to try to criticize me and say I'm not a very good Christian because I throw somebody out of my show, or I tell them they got to go because they're being rude, I would throw you out of my house if you were being rude to me. I would throw you out of a party if you were being an asshole, and I'll do it here, and my mods will do it here. So if you have a problem when I get passionate and I cuss or I do this or that, maybe this isn't for you. But if you think I'm going to bend or mold myself to your level of appreciation, you are mistaken. This is a war that we are in. This is a spiritual war. And I've got no time for those who don't understand the gravity of what we are experiencing right now. So here we are, and I want to show you this. Let me see if I have this up. I'll show you that in a second. But folks, I was just set off a little bit today because of this fact of nature, of where we are trying to figure out what's going on here, and we've got really people that don't spend a fraction of the time researching that I do, that take pot shots, right? Take pot shots, and so, but what I was going to tell you about, about the what I found out, 55 years of age, is I'm going to speak my mind, my heart, my soul. And you know what? I'm going to find my tribe in the process. And where I have lost hundreds of friends, I have gained hundreds of thousands. And I am more complete now, being able to every single day speak my mind, speak my truth, and speak the truth, that it's what's really happening out there in the world. Like really happening. Like this isn't like theory. This isn't your stupid talking point conspiracy theorist that the CIA gave us in 1968. That you're still parroting like a good little boy and girl around the internet and around the neighborhood. Okay? This is something that once you realize that you will, when you speak your truth, you'll find your tribe. That moment in time is something that I wish for everyone. And that's what I've found. So if you're a part of my tribe, welcome. I love you. You know that. I've done over 500 broadcasts doing exactly what you're looking at right here. Hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions, and we're going stronger than ever. Let me read something to you. And this is for all the haters out there that just, looking for the perfect example, the perfect opportunity to try to make you feel like shit. But you know what? We're not going to give them that opportunity, are we? And it's a, it's a Teddy Roosevelt quote, okay? And it was, I'll tell you, the first time I really got this quote was when my friends John and Bert Jacobs, you may know them, they started Life is Good t-shirt company. Bert drove down from Boston to New York City for my 30th birthday. And I've got it here somewhere. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's right here. I hadn't realized I had put it up yet. But let me show you that. Hold on. There we go. So Bert brought me this, okay? And I'm going to read it to you, okay? It says, the man in the arena. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. That's hung on my wall for many, many years. Happy 30th, Sneds. Your boys, John and Bert. Thank you, fellas. Always kept that close to my heart. And those are two guys that understand this well and have shared that with me. So that, my friends, is how we deal with people that don't get us, that aren't on board with our jam, and that's great. Now, let's do this. Let's check our coats. If you're new here, welcome. I am David Snedeker. I'm broadcasting to you live 4 nights a week. Lately, it's been 7 nights a week because of this battle that we are in. And Todd and Cindy will be joining us a little bit later. Todd Gedominski and Cindy Johnson from Springfield, Illinois. We're going to keep this show. I'm not even going to say that, because when I say that, we go to 8 hours. But I will say that we do a process by which we imagine your coat is this big winter coat, and you're coming into a theater. You're going to take it off so you don't have this big bulky coat on, and it's warm in here and it's cold outside. We imagine our preconceived notions, our unconscious bias, and our ego is in the coat, and you take that off and you check your coat before you come in. You take your claim ticket, and all that can be retrieved on your way out. But that opens up your heart, your mind, your soul to download some information that you can then take with you and use as you please. Just to be clear, when I call somebody out for being at this party and being an asshole, that has nothing to do with me checking my coat. That has to do with me setting boundaries in this space. And the reason that this space is awesome and that people don't feel attacked in this space, and people feel like they can ask questions and learn and not feel made to be feel like an idiot, is because we keep those people that would do that out of here. We set boundaries here, okay? And so by setting these boundaries, you actually create a good space, because if you let somebody who's a jerk into the party, they're going to spoil the damn party, okay? And that's just not going to happen. So welcome. So let me just let's all take a deep breath. I know I need one. We got about 1,500 people here tonight. The problem here looks like is that Twitch is not going live tonight, folks. Okay. You guys are good in Twitch? Because I'm not seeing numbers reported in Twitch, and it looks like a small group. B. Carlino, we are a tribe of truth seekers. Don't let anyone put you down. Stand in your truth. Absolutely. Fantastic. Lisa, this effing day. Absolutely. Coat checked. Dave, you should read that before every show. There is so much in there other than just words. I agree. Madad, thank you. With you, Dave. Thank you, Lisa. Awesome. Dave, what happened to your video this morning? James, was it taken down? Unbelievable. I haven't even checked. YouTube, let me check my channel. Let me see. Yeah. It was taken down. Unbelievable. What was it about the show today that it was taken down? YouTube, can you explain that? It's unbelievable, guys. It's unbelievable. This is what we're dealing with. See, this voice is being snuffed. But the people out there parroting the mainstream media, their stuff, they're fine. No problem. They're good. No problem at all. No problem at all. They are just, wallowing around in propaganda and not even realizing it. Yep, my videos have been taken down. You should be able to find them on Twitch. and I will download them and re-upload them as well. Thanks for the heads up on that. Yeah. Yeah, the people that challenge the narrative, folks, they're not getting censored. If you're not being censored in this day and time, you really got to check, you got to check yourself. Seriously. Like, if you're not getting shut down, then you're not a part of the revolution, and you're not a part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So let's talk about the solution, shall we? All right. Sandu, 220 are in Twitch. Awesome. Okay, I'm glad to see it. It's not reporting to Restream. Thank you. So we're almost at 2,000 then. Folks. Okay. So Carl says we are here, but no notifications went out, and you're not showing up in the lobby. This is what we're dealing with. Thanks, Carl. Carl, are you talking about Twitch, right? You're talking about Twitch? I think you are. So, Dave, it's because you were playing NBC and CNN without rights, I think. Lee, that could be true. But the problem is that people are, thanks, Carl, that people are, they're doing that all the time. They use CNN and, but when I do it, or when other people like me do it, they're getting banned. I mean, Scott McKay, we showed him a little bit this morning to promote his show because he does great work, and he's been deplatformed, I think, on 2 platforms, on 2 different YouTube channels. Why? I don't know. Maybe because he's speaking truth that is dangerous to big tech, that is dangerous to mainstream. How about X22 Report, who's been deplatformed? How about Brian at High Impact Flicks, who's been deplatformed? How about Justin Sather? How about and how about so many beautiful human beings that have listened to Jordan Maxwell over the years, and listened to Bill Cooper over the years, and really have done their research about what's really going on the planet. And these are the people that are being silenced. And the brain dead public that is indoctrinated don't even realize that. Don't even realize it. Folks, if I stepped onto a basketball court and I had somebody who was a fresh player, new player, who was, wanting to learn. Oh my God, there's nothing I enjoy more than helping somebody learn something, like I do here, or I do on the basketball court with children. I would bend over backwards to make that person feel welcome, no matter how bad they were. But when you get somebody who steps onto the court who tries to act like they know it all, or tries to act like they're better than you, I just destroy them. Like, I've done that thousands of times. Basketball courts across New York City, Chicago, Turkey, Nashville, all across the South. That's what you do when you play basketball, or you play a sport. You try to go find good competition, and you go up against a lot of people, and you see all kinds of personalities. And it's this kind of personality that, I'm just kind of done, placating people, and because I have a tendency to do that, because I'm a kind human being, and I extend myself in a very kind way to every single person that I see, and I really try to go out of my way to make people laugh, to make people feel good about themselves. But you know what? I'm setting some new boundaries, folks, and I'm not even going to tolerate poor behavior or just ignorance anymore. And so that being said, today I want to get Todd in, because we're going to talk. One of the things I wanted to do was I wanted to go right to a Q drop that Todd shared, that I saw earlier today when I was perusing, and so because we're going to get in and out pretty quickly here. So Todd, at your leisure, Cindy, and no rush because I've got a few things I can do if you want to hang out. But also, AMC Frisco, yeah, already looking at Telegram, already looking at other platforms that we're going to launch out to, folks. We're going to double our numbers probably in the next week because I'm tired of screwing around with YouTube. I'm tired of screwing around with Facebook. They can kiss my ass, and that's just not going to be. That's not going to work. These people are going to prison. I mean, people think, oh, you're probably, they're helping people. They're keeping bad information off the internet. No, you're a moron if you think that. You're a moron if you think that YouTube, the Alphabet company, and these companies give a shit about you. They don't. They don't. Not a flying care in the world do they have for you. Period. Okay? So once you wrap your head around that one. Hold on, let me get Patriot Mama pulled in here. All right, hold on. There she is. Okay, let me call her back. Got to answer it on the right phone here. All right. Calling you back, Cindy. Welcome, everybody. We're going to have a fun, quick show here.
Hello.
Hey there. How are you?
Hello. I'm doing great. How's everybody from Snedville?
I think the
high.
Snedheads are doing pretty darn good.
I hope so.
Yeah. We had a good chat this morning, obviously, with everything that was going on. We had some laughs. But this is Cynthia Mann. Let me read something from Cynthia Mann. That fake crap of Biden getting sworn in was hysterical. Definitely enjoying the show, David Snedeker, and the indoctrination of truths and certainties. Cynthia, well said. Thank you for that. This is fantastic. So, the last time I talked to Todd, I said, "Hold the line, pal. I'll be right back." I had to shower after that performance today. Dude, I got to tell you, man, that was just this. Hear me out, guys. Did you feel like slimy? Like what were we watching? Like that was I can't even describe it. It was surreal. It was like all these masks and all this pomp and circumstance and fake. Everything about it was just so fake. And I'm not saying it because I know they're all, criminals. I'm saying it because it felt like a bad performance. Like across the board. Like a staged and horrible performance that just felt like we were in the Twilight Zone. So I had to go shower. Like I had to physically get that off of me.
Well, here's my take on it.
Yeah.
And I've got to tell you, when I see so many people that are not there in such a big event, it only makes me dig my foxhole deeper.
Yeah.
Because, I equate it to the fog of war, and not in a joking or light, taking war just as the example, not as a foxhole, because we're far from in that.
Yeah.
But just for the analogy's sake, our general gave us some intel, and they said, "Hey, we think these people are going to do this, and then we're going to do that. but then all of a sudden, there's a fog of war at some point where maybe the enemy does something different. So what
Yep.
our generals told us was to hold the line. They didn't say, hey, if the other team does, if the people we're battling does this, pack up your shit and run. They said,
Yeah, exactly.
dig in,
Yeah.
hold the line, and hold your position,
Yeah.
and then we'll get back to you when we know what's going on.
Yeah.
And so now we see the enemy go out and do a worse than a high school play as
Yeah.
an inauguration in front of the whole world.
Yep.
I mean, there had to be a lot of people in other countries that kind of pop on and watch politics a little bit that went,
Yep.
what? They probably, in England, they were probably having tea and turned to each other and said, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
I mean, even part-time viewers had to be like, what? Bill looks different. Did he get a facelift? And why is he wearing his mask over his nose, and then he's wearing it down under his chin, and then he fell asleep?
Yeah. Yeah.
He fell asleep.
He did. Yeah.
He fell asleep during I was like, I would have liked to have slept, but I was looking so closely for what was going to happen that I just kept seeing everything I looked at was fake.
Yeah.
Every person I looked at was fake.
Yeah.
Every act looked fake, and then I'm sitting there watching this Chinese guy follow Biden around
shadowing him, Todd. Shadowing him.
He's closer than his shadow. He was in his shadow.
That's right. Well, it was noon, so his shadow was pretty close.
I was like, what? That guy's everywhere. Did he go to the bathroom with him? I mean, it's like, I just kept looking at it more and more, and the more I looked at it, the more fake it was. And then I started looking at the only crowd that was available was anybody in military garb. So I was like, no wonder they needed 30,000 troops. They had to make it look like somebody was there.
Yeah, no kidding. They needed an audience.
Right.
Everybody was there. Everybody that was there got a paycheck.
Yes. They were all extras.
Nobody didn't get a paycheck for being there, except maybe the kids of the parents that were getting a paycheck.
I mean,
and it was just absurd.
And I think I said this months ago, the crazier it gets and the worse it gets and the more I can't explain it, the better I feel about it.
Yeah.
Because I know something is happening now.
Okay, I want to make a clear distinction here. Okay. I don't know if you guys know this, but I wasn't a big fan of Barack Obama.
Huh? Oh yeah, you were a Bernie fan, weren't you?
You have to bring that up.
Every time, Cindy, he's incorrigible. So I wasn't a big Obama fan, and I let it be known. But I watched the inauguration. I'm like, okay, let's see what you got here. Okay. And, incredible crowd. I saw the incredible crowds that he spoke to. I thought, oh my God, that's tragic. But I watched him orate, and I watched the inauguration, and it was like a real ceremony. Like it was a real celebration for the people who won the election. Right? Now, I'm not going to go in there and spoil somebody. I'm not going to rain on somebody's parade. I'm not I've never been the guy after a game and we lose and they're celebrating and I go in and say, you guys cheated, you guys did this or that, you got it. No. Yeah, they won. Congratulations. You go shake their hand. The game's over. You congratulate them after you let them celebrate or whatever. And that's the way you do it. So to me, it's like, all right, Obama won, congratulations, have your party. I watched some of it. But so I'm not saying that this is sour grapes because our guy didn't win. I'm saying that today was like really eerily creepy because of the factors that we are aware of. It's almost like I feel like we've pulled back the curtain on the inauguration, so that everybody that was watching this inauguration was like, oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, what's going on with that? That's weird. What's this all about? Who's this person? Why are they talking to this person? Snedheads, all of us were more aware of what was happening. And the awareness of who they are and what they were doing just was like, made it like really, really creepy. And really, yeah. So it's not like this is sour grapes talking, because I imagine some people enjoyed today that voted for Biden and Harris, and so that they were probably celebratory. But people that don't have a horse in the race, like you're saying, from around the world, by the way, Snedheads around the world, what was your take? If you don't live in the U.S., could we slow the chat for just a second and just get the people that don't live in the U.S. and get your take on what was going on today? That would be awesome. If we could slow the chat, please, and just let people from outside the U.S. just give their 2 cents on what they thought about today. But yeah, Todd, please continue. It was, yeah, I wanted to make that distinction, right? Like, we're not just, crying in our coffee here. Did I lose you again? I think Todd just turns me off after I get going for like 5 minutes. What do you guys think? This is live, Martha. This is live right now. Welcome. Okay, UK, it was like they were all paranoid about their theft. Paul, yeah, interesting. Ria, I'm in the UK. What was your thoughts on it, Ria? Tensia, was the emptiness in there was emptiness in everything about it. The people, the backdrops, the words spoken, the looks in their eyes. It was so empty and feeling. Interesting. Let's see. Never watched an inauguration, but it was weird. Canada, this involves us too. Absolutely. I'm not saying that you don't have a horse in the race, okay? Because you do, gosh. Right? But more like you're not like, you didn't vote or whatever. But yeah. So what was your take on it? It was horrible. Wendy says, sad times for humanity. Judy says, thought it was like a funeral, so staged and no emotion. Love from Australia. Susan, where do all the troops eat, sleep, and go potty? Good question, Susan. That's what I'm asking about the caravan coming up from Central America. The bushes looked a little uptight. Agree? Yes, absolutely. Everyone believed it was real. Not me. Ria, good. Yeah, Scott says by the way, our video, Todd, is blocked on YouTube.
Right. I expected that.
Yeah, because of the comments, or because of your callousness, or do you think it was, something else?
I think any time that you challenge whether there could be shallow fakes.
Yeah.
I think that's on.
I knew you were the problem. The problem.
Yep, I can't help it.
And Tricia said our PM, I think that's is that New Zealand? My eyes are not so good. Did a post of congrats and many were giving him hell. Mrs. Doubtfire, enjoy the show. A very dark experience for the people not awakened. Interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got lit up too. And frankly, that's why I posted what I posted, is just because I'm staying with my fog of war position, where when my general says, we don't know what's going on right now, so we got to hold this spot. Yeah. So it gives us a little time to dig our foxholes a little deeper, maybe put some sandbags around the outside, fortify our position, maybe dig. We might be here for a while. you
Yep.
know, so
Yep.
you make it more comfortable. You don't he didn't say, okay guys, run,
Right.
retreat. He
Yep.
said hold the line. and
Yep.
and I see, other people in their foxholes are going, what do they mean hold the line? I I don't think we should do that. We probably
Mm-hmm.
should retreat, and they're making their own decisions to turn.
Yep.
And so I'm seeing a lot
Well,
of
I
backs
guess
of
it's over,
people,
Todd. I guess it's over.
a lot of
Guess
backs
it's.
of people running back, running
Yep.
away right now, and I'm like, I don't care if I'm the last
Yep.
one in the foxhole.
Yep.
I'm staying there. And
Yep.
and we did have a prediction from some of our other generals that said, other soldiers that have been over the hill, maybe they've been over the hill and seen what we need to see.
Uh huh.
And they said, hey guys, there's a chance that this may go on a little longer. This might not be over
Yep.
Wednesday.
Yep.
And so you might want to just, chill out and not give up. But and I'm talking a
Yep.
107, and I'm talking a couple others that I've heard that said, this could have a twist. There could be, maybe they're negotiating a treaty.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we don't have to fire another shot in digital battle.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm staying in my position, and I'm watching the battlefield so I won't get snuck up on, and I'm not taking any of this disinformation and sharing it
Mm-hmm.
and blowing myself up.
Yeah.
So, and literally, I'm waiting for the next bit of information to make a decision on. And today fortified my position that what we're seeing is not real.
Yep.
And if it's not real, and that's not Joe Biden, then well, who did they swear in on that? What was that Bible today? It looked like something that you'd store cigars in or something. It didn't look like
Or a book of spells.
it was
Oh
so.
yeah. Yeah. Right. Cindy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then Kamala didn't even touch that. She had a little black book sitting on top of it, so she was probably outlawed from touching the Bible.
Yeah, she didn't want to have smoke rising from her hand.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just all theater. I saw through it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay as long as this doesn't. I don't want to. It's too mentally. It's very mentally hard, and I think that our generals know that we're
Yeah.
going to have to refresh our troops
Yep.
in the near future, and I think there's a refreshing coming up.
Yep.
Because I also heard our president today say, "I'll be back in some form." Quote.
Yep.
Does that?
Right.
What
Right.
is that?
Yep.
He turned into Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So
I'll be
yeah,
back.
I know. I know. So I want to get some of the Sneds comments here. Lynette, I'm holding the line. No leaving from me. We're going to go to 11:3 here in a second too. Nita Bells, I'm 1,000% chilled. From England, Patrice, they look very nervous and vacant.
Yes. Good call.
Right? And by the way, that was
Fake
Perth,
celebration.
Australia, not New Zealand earlier. What's that?
It's fake celebration. It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
you can't sell me fake enthusiasm or fake laughter.
No.
I can see it in all the fake people getting together and fake laughing and yucking it up. Like,
Yeah. I'm getting feedback again. Did I? And it sounds like I lost you again. Yep, I did. So Barb, I'll check that. Yeah, Lee, I'm going to play that. Scott has a quick audio about today. I'm going to play that. Thank you. It just felt very vacant. Lindsay, Sneds in the UK, watching with you all. It was brilliant. What a movie, right? I mean, it was just, if they're trying to make it real, it was horrendous. Like if they were trying to make us believe it was real, it was horrendous. If we know it's a movie, it was brilliant. It was brilliant, right? Hey, bud.
hey, I think I know what I can't say.
Oh, Yeah,
FA. Yeah,
yeah. We can't talk about that. That's what was going on.
that's it.
You
Yeah,
told him that, and then you kept saying it.
Well, I didn't say the other words, so the sniffers are picking
yeah,
up that word.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is. I'm getting feedback again, brother. Um, guy says it was a bad B movie, bad acting. Yeah, I'm getting feedback from you.
Oh, did I lose you again?
No, I'm getting feedback from you.
Oh,
Like I,
we've
I
got
can hear myself in the chat.
we've got nothing going on here except the phone. We don't even have the show on.
Let me try to call you back.
Okay.
All right, thanks. All right, sorry guys, we're having some technical difficulties here.
I wonder who this could be. Oh, it's Dave. Dave?
Hopefully that's better. So let's let's go right to 521, shall we? And this was Todd's post, and I'll read yours since you probably don't have it in front of you, right?
No, I don't.
Okay. Scared yet? Did you see anything odd? Hold on, I got to get the Sneds with me here. Did you see anything odd about the ceremony, like swearing him in 17 minutes earlier, which this one of the Sned heads picked up on, and we jumped on it? Look closer. How did everyone look? Remember, I said there would be an event so memorable and horrible it could be equated to the Cuban Missile Crisis. You called that a couple weeks ago. It's
Yep.
nuclear war scary. Did Trump really say, I'll be back in some other form? Like the Arnold Schwarzenegger line? Don't do anything crazy or stupid. Take care of your families and each other. Go on with life as usual. Be kind, be compassionate. I'm not going to argue right or wrong here because I already know. There will be another twist to this story, so hold tight and live in love. It'll all work out. P.S. That was the worst play I've ever seen. And a bunch of Pepes. So this is 17 Pepes. Well done. So 521. We are fighting. This is 17 drop. This was, by the way, January 13th, 2018. We are fighting for life. We are fighting for good. We are at war at symbol, meaning that these are our AK-47s and our AR-15s, you and I, okay? Our keyboards, our mice, our iPads, our iPhones, right? That's the at symbol. We're at war because it's a digital information war, and they are trying to silence us. Scare, necessary event. Scare, necessary event. Did today scare some of you? Do you think it was a necessary event? This is one of our generals telling us this. Do you trust the U.S. military? Do you trust the chain of command? Have faith. We are in control. Patriots, Patriots Day. Have faith. You were chosen for a reason. You are being provided the highest level of intel to ever be dropped publicly in the history of the world. Use it. Protect and comfort those around you. Where we go one, we go all. Todd, how many times have we been to this drop in the past 2 weeks?
17.
I'm saying it's been a lot. Let's call it 17 times. Okay? We've been here at least, I don't know how many times, but a lot of times. Why? Because when POTUS tweets, when Scavino tweets, when we have timestamps of lengths of videos, lengths of audio that lead us to the 17 drops, the some 5,000 of these, they take us to the same one over and over again if it's necessary to communicate that in that time period. So the fact that in the past 2 weeks, Todd and I ended up here, and many of you have as well with some of the stuff you're sending, that should tell us that they're talking to us and they're communicating, even though this was 3 years ago, they're communicating to us today. You were chosen for a reason. If you heard these words out of our mouth, or you read these words because you ended up there, they're talking to you. You were chosen for a reason. Why? Because they need our participation, our engagement, our collective conscious to imagine this taking place. They needed our collective conscious today to watch the events that unfolded and call them out for what they were, which was theater. It was a show. Yesterday was National Popcorn Day. Everyone's been talking about eating popcorn for the show. But here's the problem. Todd and Cindy and I are throwing back some popcorn with a bunch of you old snedheads. Right now, Todd, we're in a theater of 2,000 beautiful humans, more than that because Twitch isn't showing up. 2,400 beautiful humans in this beautiful theater watching this movie, eating popcorn. And we're looking around. Some of you are getting up and walking out. The movie isn't over yet. As a matter of fact, we haven't even seen the final plot twist. And you know what? The movie doesn't have an end time. We don't know when it's going to be over. That's the exciting thing about it. It can be over at any moment. Right?
A double feature.
It could be a double feature. Thank you, Cindy. Another movie's about to begin. Right? And some of us may go out after the first movie and hang out a little bit, go to the bathroom, hang out until the next one starts so we don't have to pay to get into the second one. Anybody do that before? Huh?
Well, how many times do people, like fans, say there's a playoff game, football game?
Yeah.
Their team's down 20.
Oh boy.
And
Yeah.
there's 9 minutes left, and all of a sudden they go, you know what? We're going to beat the rush. We lost.
Yeah. Yeah.
They go and they jump in their car and they have the radio on and they're all driving home, all somber, and all of a sudden, oh wow, there's a fumble, and the guy picked it up and ran for a touchdown. All of a sudden, it's 13 points, and then they're 4 miles away from the field, and they're like, well, they're probably still going to lose, so why turn around at this point? It'd be kind of a hassle. And then on the very next play, the guy gets the ball on the kickoff, and he gets jolted, and they get the ball back at the 25. All of a sudden, there's 6.5 minutes left, and it's a game again.
Yeah.
And then the very next play, they throw a bomb, and the defender falls down. It's a touchdown. All of a sudden, it's 6 points with 5.5 minutes to go. Plenty of time to make a comeback, and you're sitting in your car driving home, and you're missing the best comeback that could have ever happened. In playoff history, you're going, oh my God, why'd we leave? The kid's popping Dad in the back of the head from the back seat saying, Dad, we're missing it.
Yeah.
And do you want to be in that car when they make a stop and the other team has to punt, and with 2 minutes left in the game, they throw a bomb, they score a touchdown, they win the game, everybody jumps and they tear down the stadium virtually because they're so happy, and they're carrying players off on their shoulders, and you missed it. You paid for that ticket. You paid the same amount for the guys that stayed for the whole game as being the person that you left when there was 8 minutes left, and you just said, well, they ain't coming back. Do you want that pessimistic attitude? Do you want that to be your everyday life?
And by the way, Todd, nobody lets them forget that.
No.
J.B. Lewis said that happened to me in the '93 with the Oilers-Bills game.
Oh my God!
And no one will let you live that down.
Down 30 at half. Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Is that,
and the backup quarterback brought him back.
Wow. Wow. Who won
Yeah,
that game?
yeah. That was when oh gosh, I'm trying to think of all the players in the game. But I know that very well because I watched it,
Yeah.
and I
So
was a big
Bills
fan.
won. Bills won.
Yeah, the
So
Bills,
you never forget that day, right? And no
Bills
one
and
will
more.
ever let you live that down. And that was just a football game. Okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Think about this game. This game is humanity's survival. This game is like freedom. This game is like, the guys that listen to William Wallace's speech, and then went home because it was lunchtime and you were getting a little hungry. Okay, this is that level of absolute absolute passion in order for us to gain back our humanity. And so we got people getting up and walking out of the game, walking out of the show, and the end isn't here yet. And just because you got to get home for the babysitter because you don't want to pay her an extra $10 isn't our problem, and shouldn't be your problem as well, because you shouldn't allow anything to deter you from understanding that we are watching a show. How do we know that? Because 17, the greatest information drop in the history of our planet. I want to reiterate this. Anybody that doesn't think that Q is a significant source of great and accurate information doesn't know it, hasn't researched it like we have. So here you are in this show that has been told to you years ago that it would be a show, and you're getting up and walking out because it's not over yet, or you think it's over but it's really not. You're going to regret it. And just like people never let you down for, or let you live that down for taking them out of the greatest game ever. This is the greatest game ever. Don't let anybody take you out of here and say, hey, what do you say we beat the traffic? It's the biggest mistake you could possibly make, because this is the greatest game that you and I have ever been a part of. And it may not look like it, but we're winning. Yeah, we're winning. And just when you think that the other team gets all arrogant because they think they're winning, that's when they lose. So this was the scare necessary event, Todd. This was important because it's showing the resolve of the Patriots. Okay, it's showing the resolve of the Patriots. I want to play.
It's also what it's also doing is it's teaching us a lesson in sticking to our beliefs.
Yes.
And it's also making sure that in the future, when we do get our constitutional government back and we do go back to the way things should have been, with Trump coming in as the 19th president and we get all that going, we don't want to be vulnerable to fall for the same tricks that got us in here, us here in the first place.
Yeah.
They want to basically brand this on our bodies. Remember that time so you never go back.
Yeah.
And by doing it, we've always been complacent in America. We sat back in our couches and we worked hard during the day, and none of us have, maybe had it easy. Mm-hmm. But we work all day, we sit on our couches at night, we look at the boob tube, and whatever they tell us, we believed.
Yep.
And what I think the lesson is that complacency is where it really got us. They want us to to think for ourselves and hold our government accountable, because it never made sense to me since I've been old enough to listen to and understand politics, that we gave away so many billions of dollars to countries that hated us.
And nobody even knew about it until recently.
$2.3 billion loan guarantees, they always called them,
Yeah.
for food for Russia when we were in a Cold War. And I was like, aren't we in a Cold War? And they didn't pay us back last year?
Mm-hmm.
So why do we every year take $2.3 billion and give them all this food that they never pay for, yet they want to blow us to smithereens?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that. And you have to hold your government accountable. And believe me, when we get elected officials in office from here on out, they're going to hear from the constituents if this is done right. You know, you can't have people just blowing money that we don't have unless it benefits the people of the United States in some way.
Mm-hmm.
We the people, damn it.
Yep, exactly. I'm getting that feedback again.
Oh boy.
What did you say this time?
Truth.
Exactly. Let me see. I want to play. I want to play this audio here. Give me a second. This is from Scott McKay, Patriot Street Fighter. We watched a little bit of him this morning, and you guys shared this with me. So let me play this for you. Hold on a second.
Okay, Patriot Street Fighters, I am not going to keep you all in suspense. I did have that call from my contact. Nothing here is verifiable, but it's coming from a very high level source, like extremely high. Somebody who's involved, as described to me, has been involved in changing world events over the last decade. That person said that as of last night at 12 a.m., the United States corporation was officially dissolved. And yes, Biden was sworn in as a president of a corporation that does not even exist. That's why the military turned their back on him. They know he's a traitor. And also, it's been reported in Yahoo News, I saw it earlier, but I didn't dig into it. The Pentagon is refusing to even cooperate with the Biden administration. They're not even communicating with Biden because the Pentagon has sworn their allegiance to the Republic, to the new Republic. The Republic is being restored. And some things I'll share tomorrow night, get a little more deeply into how this applies for all the states around the United States. The most intriguing information of what I heard about how this affects the states, which is going to be remarkable to share that with you tomorrow night. But that was the news that I got from my contact, from an extremely high-level source, that it is true. The U.S. corporation was dissolved at 12:01 a.m. last night. So as I said, you already know this, Biden is a president of nothing. His administration is a president of nothing. They have no power to the point where the Pentagon is not even talking to him or the administration. That's the news. More tomorrow night.
So, interesting. That's what we've been talking about on this broadcast without any high-level, intelligence briefing or anything. But if Scott has a contact, I believe him when he says that, because this is what we've been basically speculating. That today, the reason why that they're allowing this to continue is because it doesn't mean anything. That he's being sworn in as into the U.S. corporation of 1871, which is basically controlled by England and the Rothschilds, and this is we're breaking free from that, and we've told you that it's not going to be Trump 46th president or 45th president on a second term, I should say, excuse me, but that he's the 19th president behind Ulysses S. Grant. because he's going to be the president of the republic, and we're going to have to vote for him. And so that's been our take on this whole thing. It's no surprise that this is that we are that the military is not cooperating with him, because this is going to be a military. It's an occupation, and I'm going to get to that in a second. But I want to show you this. Let me get you this. Hold on. Where did that go? But hold on. I just had it. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Videos. Let's see it. Looks like they're burying this video. Let's see this one.
Emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of class 4. Government shall not be.
I don't know what this is. Sorry. Oh, maybe it is. So look at all the military that have turned the other direction as the motorcade goes by. Look at all the military with their backs divided. Do you think they're sending a message here? There's like whole groups that are facing, and then the whole groups that are facing away. Todd, what were your thoughts about that? Scott's comments there.
I wasn't able to see them. I got knocked off of Twitch.
Okay.
And then I switched over to YouTube.
Did you hear the audio though? Did you hear the
audio?
No,
I didn't hear any of it. I got booted.
Basically, he's saying that at 12:01 a.m. last night, or first thing this morning before the inauguration, that the U.S. Corporation of 1871 was dissolved, and so the pomp and circumstance at the Capitol today didn't mean anything. Let's see.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, and that's what we've been talking about. That was one of the possibilities. And then he went on to say that the military is not even responding to him right now. And he mentioned the military that turned their backs on his motorcade today.
Right.
There were hundreds, if not thousands, of the military that turned their backs on the new administration today.
Yep.
Rosemary said, I just read Lynn Wood did an interview confirming the information about the dissolving of the corporation. And Vicky, facing with heads down, which is also a sign of disrespect. I don't believe that was taken from Biden's vehicle, that video today. But I think it was a video from the motorcade. Someone said the military has to turn to watch the opposite side. Melody, when I saw that today, I thought of that. That could definitely be a possibility. But you don't have to have a whole group watching the other direction. And so at any rate, I don't know if I buy that.
And there wasn't anybody behind them. Nobody was there. They weren't doing crowd control.
Exactly. Yeah. It wasn't like they were watching the crowd. Yeah. Lisa, let me find that and I'll share that on the page. There's a better video of that. Let me see if I can find that later. But let's see. Inauguration. Go ahead.
Like I said before, all of the players in the game know. These people know. Trump's people know. they all know what was happening.
Yeah.
There's going to be some leaks now.
Yeah.
I think some information will, because whatever's going to happen is going to happen reasonably quick.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be, because how long do you fake control? Or I shouldn't have said that. Dang it! How
Yeah.
long do how long do you put up with this?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's going to be something that happens. It's going to be a single event that's going to be like an oh wow moment in the next few days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the Asian guy behind Biden today was definitely just like weird. But if he was, here's the thing. Biden didn't use Secret Service today. He spent $7.6 million on private security, a group called Checkmate, and this Asian guy behind him was just really really odd. Somebody said it might be a special agent in charge, David Cho. But he also had an odd emblem on his jacket. Do you guys can you send me that if you have an idea of what that was? And so, but one of the things that I've heard, one of the Snedheads actually mentioned, was that they heard, and this is just speculation, by the way, that this is the Chinese agent that is supposed to kill Biden if he doesn't do as he's told. So that is a little bit, actually, that's believable because this is the relationship that Biden has with the Chinese Communist Party, is he's doing their bidding. And by the way, do you think, guys, that it was an accident that hold on a second, I'm going to bring this up for you. Do you think it's an accident that as soon as Biden is inaugurated, as soon as he is inaugurated, that the Chinese Communist Party imposed sanctions on 28 Trump-era officials, including the Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, right? They cannot travel to China, not that they'd want to, and the move was a sign of China's anger, especially at an accusation Pompeo made on his final full day in office that China had committed genocide against its Uyghur Muslims. An assessment that Biden's choice to succeed Pompeo, Anthony Blinken, said he shared. In a striking repudiation of its relationship with Washington under Trump, the Chinese Foreign Ministry announced the sanctions in a statement that appeared on its website around the time that Biden was taking the presidential oath. So Pompeo and the others had, quote, planned, promoted, and executed a series of crazy moves, gravely interfered in China's internal affairs, undermined China's interests, offended the Chinese people, and seriously disrupted China-U.S. relations, it said. Okay? Also, Peter Navarro, National Security Advisors Robert O'Brien and John Bolton, Health Secretary Alex Azar, UN Ambassador Kelly Craft, and former top Trump aide Steve Bannon. They would be banned from entering mainland China, Hong Kong, or Macau, and companies and institutions associated with them restricted from doing business with China. Okay? All right. By the way, I can tell you that I was aware of China's war against humanity back in 1983 when they were imprisoning the Tibetans and imprisoning the Falun members and anybody who practiced a religion that the Chinese Communist Party did not agree with. And they were being put in camps and they were being persecuted back in 1983. when they were trying to get continue to get favored nation status that Nixon had kind of helped happen. And so that was back in 1983. And I've studied the Uyghur population in Xinjiang, I think is how you pronounce it, province in China. And there's at least 2 concentration camps. And there are people that are imprisoned there. And there are people that have made it out of those camps, have gone through re-education, by the way. That's what they do. They've made it out of those camps and reported back that they are actually killing people and harvesting their organs. So if you need a kidney, go to China. You can get one in days. Okay? Here you might have to wait weeks, months, maybe never get it. But if you go to China, you're going to get one quick. Why? Because that's big business over there, and that's how they treat their Uyghur population, their Falun population. And so if you really care about the Muslim population and you're very much a social justice warrior, and you don't want people to be disrespecting Muslims and saying that they're terrorists and all that, if that's your jam, then you need to know what the hell's going on in China right now. And what's going on in China is these people are being murdered. Now, this is what Pompeo said yesterday, that it is a genocide against this Muslim population in China. And China has tried to justify it because of a knife fight that happened years ago. So that a Uyghur Muslim killed somebody with a knife. So now they're going to kill them all, I guess. So this is actually happening. So instead of placating China, which is what you're getting with China Joe, first day in office, okay? Look what they did. Look. They basically declared war against the Secretary of State of the United States of America. And by the way, China is afoot, folks. They're already. Pompeo has already said they're in Washington now. Okay. Also, there are a lot of boats off the coast of Long Island. Off the coast of Long Beach. Here in California, a lot of shipping containers. We know that the Chinese have brought in shipping containers of automatic weapons. We know they've brought in shipping containers with missiles that can be operated from the Chinese mainland. And so there's a lot. And the Fang Fang, the woman who was a honeypot, who was a hooker, she basically slept and became very friendly with the mayors of 5 of the mayors of the cities of ports of California. Okay? China used to own some of those ports, but when Trump got into office, he negated that, said that they can't own those ports because it's a national security breach, national security issue. We can't have our biggest competitor slash the group that basically Trump has been saying has tried to destroy America for the past 30 years. Trump has been saying that, and so he knows what's at foot here. So look at day one, literally hour one in a Biden administration, and China brazenly declares war on our Secretary of State, our former Secretary of State, and many of the intelligence community, because they said something that was true about China. And you will not see Joseph Robinette Biden come to the defense of the former Secretary of State. Rather, you will see him defend the Chinese or say nothing about it. So, Amy, if this is all a show, how can Biden sign executive orders that have power to them? Well, they will probably have power as long as the population continues to believe it's not a corporation, or that before they're made aware that this is a corporation that has gone defunct. And the other thing is the military is not is not buying it. So that could be very, very different. When it comes to any war or anything like that, the military may just not comply. So it's really, we're not sure how long it's going to take before we find this all out. Okay. Todd, your thoughts on that, Cindy? And Cindy, I also want to get Cindy's take on the day, because I haven't heard that.
Yeah, she wasn't feeling well, but she's back now.
Okay, good.
Here she is.
Yeah, I had a doctor's appointment, so did Shelby, and actually I'm feeling a little rough this evening.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. No need to get into it. I just wanted to get your general feeling of the day, and
Well, my take's right there with Todd's. I'm right there in that foxhole with him, and I think that anybody that thinks that this is the end, then I think that they're mistaken. And I sent you a couple things, about with what Trump had taken with him, supposedly. And so
I'll check that out. What's that in?
Yeah.
Messenger?
In the show, yeah.
Show?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. That anyway, they said that he had the codes with him, and that when
did hear
he was
that,
in
yeah.
air, that they turned the transponder off. So not quite sure where he is at, but hopefully he's safe and insulated.
Did we not see him land at Mar-a-Lago, or because I thought he landed at 12:01 in Mar-a-Lago, and then
I saw the plane, but I didn't see him get off.
Interesting. Okay.
And of course, we saw the box being carried. And they made a big show about it, but they could be fake numbers and they're fake codes for all we know.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Biden can't handle toilet paper, little less the codes for that. So
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's very interesting. And we had heard that earlier, and that's been confirmed. And also, oh yeah, I got to show these boats off the coast. I think this is the woman who took that video, and Stacy Blue hit me up on this one. On the way up to Malibu along coast of Huntington Beach, amazing, these Navy ships, like 25 huge ones, all lined up. Looks like nothing can come in or out of the port of Long Beach or something. Anyone have any ideas?
I'm by Long Beach,
Let me
but
bring
I
this
have
up.
a feeling these ships go all the way up through LA.
Let me start it over.
This is absolutely unreal. So many ships out there. Look it. I'm just going to try to give you a view here. This is unreal to me. Look it. All the way down the California coast.
Okay, those are all container ships, it looks like,
These
and a
ships
platform.
go all the way up through LA. This is unreal.
Okay, somebody needs to learn how to shoot landscape, first of all. Second of all, look at this beautiful lady. That's Chantal Krivisiak, who's a friend of mine, and she's got a concert coming up. I don't know if you guys know her, but she's, I can't play her music because that'll be copyright infringement, but she's, I'd love to have her on the show sometime. She's from Canada. I don't know if you guys know Chantal Krivisiak, but that's who popped up after that. So that is definitely more ships than should be out there, okay, in Huntington Beach, certainly. And also, I will say there's none off the coast of Santa Monica, Malibu, because I looked today, but they could be in Long Beach. So this is actually in Huntington Beach, a little farther south. And I know that I watched Brian at High Impact Flicks take on this today, and he was pulling up Marine Tracker, and it doesn't look like that's working for me right now, but that you can actually track to find out, kind of like what we do with MonkeyWorks. So this is, what's going on with China, what's going on with this infiltration, and we know that this is probably the closest that China has ever gotten to taking over our country. And the whole plan there is has been going on for a very, very long time. And we are, we're basically at a Cold War with China. But it's more than that, because they absolutely stole the election for their guy. And that's all going to come out. That's definitely all going to come out.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Dave, we were talking about the Bible earlier and whether or
Yes.
not it was and the spell system. Well, I think I was kind of onto something when I said that it could be a book of spells. If you open up, there's a close-up
I
that
see it.
Krista forwarded from Trista.
I
That's an
see it.
upside-down cross.
Oh my God. You're right. Look at this, folks. Yeah, when you said that, it like resonated with me, because it was such an odd thing that yeah. I mean, now maybe the book was turned around, but why wouldn't you have the face up? And
Right.
if this is the face up, they wouldn't make it so that the crosses are upside down.
Right, and there was a close-up that someone had sent me of the top where it was like
Yeah.
carved out and everything, and they even made a comment that this isn't a Catholic Bible. And so it reminded me of that one kids movie. What is that? With the three sisters. Oh shoot.
Oh,
My favorite movie when I was young.
oh,
Amuck, amuck, amuck. Sandra, oh gosh darn it.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
It reminded me
Okay.
of that with the big spell book that, opened
Okay.
up and everything went to the
Right.
different spells. That's the first
Um,
thing I thought of.
Here's another thought. This was done at, he put his hand on the Bible between 17 minutes and 11 minutes before noon in Washington, D.C. Okay? Look at the angle of the cross, of the shadow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is that, you got to check. I know it's a little bit different in the winter time, but that seems to be an awfully, anyway, I don't need to get into that additional speculative conspiracy, but I was talking earlier about the shadows and how they were falling at noon when the sun is supposed to be overhead, and I know it's at a slightly tilted angle, of course. But at any rate, no need to get into that. But great catch on that.
That was from Trista.
Nice.
And then above that is
thanks,
the
Trista.
Melania's outfit that
Oh
Tammy
yeah, I
Lynn
wanted to get a
wears.
close up of that. Thank you for this. Decode this: Melania arriving in Florida while the inauguration gets started. Here's Melania. Okay. Now, one of the sneds said dark to light, right? It goes down. And also dark to light, I think, because her outfit at the farewell was dark,
Yeah, it was
right?
all black.
All
Hmm.
black, right? So dark to
Yeah.
light. Very interesting design. Often the Joker is a wild card and thereby allowed to represent other existing cards. The Joker can be an extremely beneficial or an extremely harmful card. In euchre, it is often used to represent the highest trump. In poker, it is wild. And that looks like her outfit. This is unbelievable. This is incredible. Look at this. And then look at this.
Well, we know she's communicated many times through her clothing, so.
Absolutely. Does anybody have a list of all her clothes and the things that she's communicated? And how about this? In euchre, it's often used to represent the highest trump. Yeah, buddy.
Go ahead. And since we're on this subject, dark to light, put that
Yeah.
in 17 drops and look at the first couple that pop up. Wow.
Okay. Dark to light, and let me pull you guys up over here, and let's go there. Wow. 4389, June 2nd, 2020. Boom, 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 boom. A week to remember. Dark to light. Blackout necessary. Dark to light. And look at the White House.
Yep.
Wow.
And the next one's good too.
3464, dark to light. Hunters become the hunted. This is not another 4-year election. Wow. 3396, Bill Clinton, RC, Epstein plane pick. Oh, Rachel Chandler. Did the FBI DOJ interview Rachel Chandler? When did public awareness grow across social media? Classified 1 through 99. What age is Rachel Chandler in the picture? We believe she was underage, 15, I believe. Yeah, under the age of 18, 15. Who posted the picture? RC. Who posted internal security cam pics? Temple, IG. Untouchable mindset by all involved. The temple was Epstein's Island temple. Blackmail, power, top-down protection, plane plus temple plus XYZ pics equals witness. Witness plus classified 1 through 99. Why did RC, Rachel Chandler, form a modeling talent agency? Why was RC Epstein and the M temple highlighted in the past? Dark to light. These people are sick. Epstein and the M temple.
Masonic?
Masonic, yep, Masonic or Moloch, because it's got an owl on top. Yeah. Wow. By the way, all the dark to light. Here's a Moab exclusive, 1.5 years behind the Anons. Enjoy the show. Anons understand now why they've been targeted daily by the fake news media and shills. Today they are learning the truth. You have been prepared for what is about to take place. Dark to light, enjoy the show. Where we go one, we go all. Yeah. This is it's great stuff, Todd. Good call on the dark to light thing. Going back to that, I mean, we could go deeper on that, but I think the point is made. But this is, this is her. And by the way, look at how at the top of her dress, the dark dominates the dress. And as you drop with each one, light gets bigger and bigger and bigger before it gets down to the bottom and there is no darkness. Okay? It's a slow process, but it's a steady process and it's an effective process, bringing light to darkness. Yeah.
Wow.
So
there's a lot in this.
You want me to keep going?
There was a pretty good one. 2635 talking about the D Party.
2635.
35, yeah.
The Democrat Party will cease to exist once it's all exposed. The fake news can no longer dampen public awareness of the truth. Dark to light. By the way, how many people awakened during the inauguration today, especially when they're hearing their mainstream media pundits saying things like the lights of the reflecting pool looked like it was Joe Biden reaching out with his arms to embrace the world.
Oh, damn, Dave. Here's another one.
Unbelievable.
This is right on, brother.
Which number?
Okay. It's 2198.
Okay. Got it.
Holy shit.
Okay.
News unlocks the map.
September 17, week of. D-class coming, more incriminating text releases coming, dark to light, carpet bombs, Moab.
Read the post below.
Should we all tell the good people watching the day and time, red carpet rollout, Think logically. The world is watching. That was an answer to when will we have Moab?
They didn't roll the red carpet out today because the Pentagon said they couldn't do it.
And the Grammys, did they post those, put those back to March 14th or something like that? That has red carpet.
The Emmy Awards, it says
Or
here.
Emmys, yeah.
Yeah, that was a big deal. That was on. Trump did not get his red carpet today.
Yeah.
That
Trump
was
did
huge
not?
news.
Or
He
Biden?
he wanted to have red carpet today.
That's what
And
I
then
thought.
down below, look,
You mean Biden?
down below, Dave, it says Emmy Awards red carpet event.
Yeah,
That's today. That's talking about stuff today.
yeah,
Holy shit.
that's huge.
And you know what? Every time you see that ID number, that white ID number of 0000,
Yeah,
we may want to go off of this marker since it's a red carpet rollout. We might want to go to 251 and 235.
so Emmy Awards red carpet event, Anons new 235. Anons new. I think we might want to jump 235 because look at September 235. September 15th in blue it's 235, and down here it says 235 Anons new.
Yep.
So let's go to. I'm going to pull up another one.
And then there's a post from Dan Scavino. Nate Estes shared too.
Let's stay on this, though.
I know.
We got to stay on this subject.
235. Wow. November 30th, 2017. Where is Barack Obama? What is the purpose? Who fired? When? Reconcile. That, did we figure out that that is Hong Kong? Folks, what is that picture of? We've been down this road before. By the way, the Emmys. Why you Emmys is daytime television. What did we watch today? We watched a show. We watched a soap opera, As the World Turns. The bold
Daytime
and the pitiful. Okay.
The old and the pitiful. I love it.
That is okay. Please post the needle building again. I think I have seen it. Oh, sorry. Let me put that back. All right. This is where is that? I believe that's Hong Kong. Yeah. As the stomach turns. Student says, isn't that Singapore? That very
That's
well
what
could
I
be.
thought.
Gia Ben says Shanghai. Who knows for absolute certainty?
Christy will.
Shanghai. Yep. Everyone's saying Shanghai. Okay. Shanghai, China. All right. Okay. Renee, I'll do that. So this goes back then to, let me go back to this drop. Hold on. I'm going to do this later. Okay. So back to this drop. Where's Barack Obama? What is the purpose? Who fired? China tried to assassinate President Trump. And the speculation here is that Barack Obama was a part of that. So we went to 235. That was 235. Why is this all coming up here? Hold on. And out of 235, do you see anywhere to go here, Todd?
I'm looking. I went to 251.
Okay. No, I think this is pretty clean here. So we got a dead end there, but a good dead end. So you went to where?
I went to 251, the other blue marker,
Mm-hmm.
and then, well, out
Yeah.
of that I went to 129 and 16, Dave. That's relevant from the 235 post.
From the 235. All right. What did I miss there?
Holy shit! Yeah. Okay. On 235, you see
Okay.
the 129. That we've been there before recently. 129 and 16 is how I divided it.
Oh, 129 and 16. Okay.
And actually, 916 it could flip. That could be a mirror.
Right. 916.
916 and 619.
619. Okay, let's go to 916. Whatever happened to the Pakistani guy who worked with the DNC? The president asked in an interview published Thursday by the New York Times. A grand jury in August returned an indictment charging Awan and his wife, Hina Alvi, with a total of 4 counts, which included federal bank fraud and conspiracy. Awan was pleaded not guilty to all charges. Whatever happened to them? Trump continued, with the 2 servers that they broke up into a million pieces. Whatever happened to him? What about Awan? Is Israel involved? We are saving Israel for last. Very specific reason, not mentioned a single time. In other words, 17 is telling us that it was a very specific reason why they haven't mentioned Awan at all. The Awan brothers. Okay? Okay. 12:03, time sworn in, and we see Trump box, red velvet.
Do you
12
see how 16 pops up all the time, Dave? 16 and 61?
Yep,
That's really relevant.
yep. Okay. Let's go to 619. Notice the last drops on the other board. Think logically, refer to past crumbs. You have more than you know. Do you expect HRC, George Soros, Hussein, etc., to stand in a public courtroom with potential crooked judges and tainted liberal juries? How do you defuse a bomb? Knowledge of which wires, strings to cut. Okay. 129, closing act, CIA dismantled, impossible to clean. Operations, no such agency, NSA. Get the popcorn. So this is 16. Get the popcorn. Friday and Saturday will deliver on the MAGA promise. POTUS knows he must clean house government in order to free up and demonstrate who has authority in order to pass important legislation. This was always the priority. Remember, AG Sessions cannot look like an impartial player that is out to get all former Obama team members, as we need him for other important work. All will come into focus, and for anyone to think POTUS is not in control is kidding themselves. Also, he's 100% insulated with zero risk of impeachment. Fact.
Impeachment?
Yes. They're second.
What's happening now?
The first and second.
Yep.
Let's go to 61.
Yes.
And 61. Oh, by the way, 616 too, right? Jack ain't in cuffs yet and still trying to control the narrative. Too bad he was taking money and profiting from people tied to the executive order. Goodbye, Jack. This came from outside of Twitter. Q. Submission complete. So basically, the executive order they're talking about is 1221, right? And you know, he's getting Jack's going down, folks. Jack's going down hard.
This gave us a pretty significant timestamp too. It said Friday and Saturday will deliver on the MAGA promise.
Yep.
And giving the marker of the Also, he's 100% insulated with zero risk of
Yep.
impeachment.
Yep.
Fact.
Yep.
This is like,
This is
wow.
huge. And also 61, Todd, please refer back and collect my crumbs. As discussed, we've anticipated the Twitter and other social media blackouts. Rogue agents, programmers. Per sealed federal orders, we quickly tracked and reinstated. Expect outages periodically, infiltrated. If this doesn't signal what I've been saying, I don't know what will.
And
By the
look at the
man,
prominence of 147 in those two posts.
and by the way, Signal is going to replace Twitter. Okay, if this doesn't signal, and Elon Musk tweeted, go to Signal. Here's 147 showing up here, and here is let's see, where else is it?
On
148
the
and
on
147,
yeah,
16 and 61. Yeah,
yep.
147. Okay, so let's go to 147. This is awesome. Warning, this is not a game. Direct attack today by New York Times clowns in America. Do you believe in coincidence? How many coincidences do you believe before you believe? How many coincidences do you need before you believe? This is the biggest insider drop in the history of the world. Pray. This is a direct attack. The article is disinfo, but made to send a message to POTUS. You are witnessing history. Coincidence? God be with us all. This was a security breach, and spilled secrets have within the NSA. Okay. Another one that popped up, Todd, that was prominent was 148, also game
and
theory.
and 9.
Is that right? Okay.
Yep.
You know what I love about what we're doing here, folks, is that, and I feel it from you too. Like, I could sit here, Todd could sit here, we could talk about, don't worry, everything's good, everything's, according to plan, the whole bit. But as soon as we start getting comms and digging into the comms, and you start seeing things popping up that are absolutely spot on right now that we've been communicated to, okay, then it opens up like what's possible and what's actually happening. Okay. All right, 148 and 149. 148, New York Times Clowns in America article released today regarding Q Group is a direct attack warning regarding what is being dropped here. Read between the lines. Why was the article published today? POTUS has been briefed. New measures active and in place. Update the graphic. This is green 1, green 2, green 3, 4. Okay, Godspeed. These are seemingly mission, code. And 147 we read already. And 149 is freedom with just the flag.
No fringe.
No fringe, too, by the way. Yeah, good point. Guys, the gold fringe, by the way, some of you were asking about that earlier. The gold fringe is maritime law and military law. And so the fringeless is about freedom. That's about our sovereignty. That's about our original flag. Our original flag did not have fringe. That is a British construct. That is the Brits putting their take on our flag. Sorry, not welcome. Also, Emmy. There are daytime Emmy awards, but Emmy awards are for actors for their performance in a television show. Okay, it's not the Academy Awards, the Oscars. That's movies out in the theater. This is television. Where were you watching today? Where were you watching today? Okay. I'm trying to find out when the Emmy Awards are, but I think that's what it's pointing to. Okay. Skip ad. Let's see.
Hey, Dave, there's two
Yeah.
other significant drops off of 251,
Okay.
343 and 323.
343, 323.
Yes, they're both mirrored numbers in the blue.
Can you guys find out, please, what when the Emmy Awards are? 343. You are learning. News unlocks map. Future proves past. Not everything can be stated one for one. Not everything can be stated one for one. Q can't come out and tell us exact meanings of his drops. Likely because, this is from an Anon, by the way. Likely because it would reveal information that would compromise operations as the scumbags scramble to clean up loose ends that are revealed. Hence the 1.2 million, which we thought were 1.2 million normies reached by this board, when the 1.2 million was actually the 1.2 million documents in the IG report, which the scumbags had no clue about. Bad people watching. Q. By the way, have you read the 1.2 million IG report yet?
A couple times.
Okay. Okay, good. Because good. Why does Barack Obama's ring have an Arabic inscription? Who is this guy? This was a real Donald Trump quote back in 2012 when he was a private citizen. 111 on October 11th. Okay? That's not by accident. Fourth quarter, Patriots, we fight together.
Oh my
Thank
God,
you.
we just did the football reference.
Oh my God, yeah. Holy cow.
Are we dialed
Wow.
in?
Nice, dude. Nice. Yes. Thank you, Q. Helping you is all we want to do. It must be painful to watch us learn what all of you already know. Sorry to be a drag on you guys. I will try my best. Service to God and Patriots, whatever you need at any time, ready we will be. We will be. But that's an Anon speaking. We are also very appreciative. God bless each and every one of you. We were just here last night, Todd, at this drop. And here we are again, back. And it's taken us to not only the double this number, but the 636. And I believe we were there as well because we followed this right back to that. Sorry, I got the wrong one in there. Let me try that again. Why should Dems have Maxine Waters conduct a follow-up to State of the Union? They talk about her. Basically, you know, the counter-narrative, how do you keep people blind? What must you feed them? Every MSM news station next week will be saying and pushing the exact same counter-narrative. Fake news, Mueller fake news, Russia, Russia, Russia. Should that fail, expect a major FF to force a shift. Predictable. We see all, we hear all. Wizards and warlocks. These people are really dumb. Double meaning, dumb, dumbs, underground, the whole bit. That was a hell of a dive. What was the initial communication on that dive? Do we remember? We went so deep. Was it the Joker? No.
Dark to Light started
Dark
it.
to Light. Dude, that was awesome. Because that's Melania's dress. Dark to light. She went from a dark dress to a light dress, and also going dark to light as you go down the dress. Now, the other thing I wanted to look up is
635 and 99 off of our last time, off of the blue numbers.
635.
Yep, and 99. This is incredible.
99. Okay. 635. Holy shit, Quais. We just got the 1 minute marker. At your stations, Anons. Mourn, murder, heart attack, coincidence? Mourn, murder, heart attack, coincidence?
Well,
99. What are you thinking?
well, didn't we just lose one of what was it, a Rothschild that went to a heart attack this week?
Yep. Yep.
And could someone else possibly have a heart attack soon that would be a marker?
Hmm.
There could be one coming.
You thinking
Yeah. We've
Biden?
been talking about Scalia also.
Yeah. Oh, Roberts.
Mourn.
Yep.
But that's
Yeah.
not real, that's not hitting the news cycle today. So
Right. Right.
it'd be a stretch.
Emmys are in September. Do you guys know what day in September do they give it? Um,
March 14th.
the Emmys, not Grammys.
Yeah, I know.
12. Red Velvet keeps taking us to 12:03, but why are you taking us to 12:03, Red Velvet, please?
There's so much here, Dave. God, once you get this deep, it starts spreading out like crazy.
September 21. Emmys are September 21. So 99, U.S. assets location. Who was arrested in Saudi Arabia? Defined background. Huma, Harvard University, Muslim Association, foundations, institutes. Soros, who was killed in Saudi Arabia, who fired, who really fired. Why would we fire? Follow the money. Who pulls the strings? Strings detached. We just saw that, knowing where to clip the strings. Open season on puppets. Who are the puppets? Where are the puppets? Global MSM, Mockingbird, secret agents. Anderson Cooper family background. Why is this relevant? No, people don't even know who Anderson Cooper is. People listen to him and they have no clue who he is because they refuse to think.
Even when they tell you, he just said
Yeah.
it. You're attacking the Vanderbilt family. His boyfriend, that's the Bravo guy, said that on live television.
Is that right?
Yeah, you just want to attack him because of the Vanderbilt money or something like that. And I was like,
Wow.
oh my God. It was the guy that hosts the shows on Bravo all the time. That's his boyfriend now.
Wow. Hey,
Well, that was
CJ Choice just said, Dave, her dress had hexagons. Google
Yeah, just like the achrome. When they build the rabbit.
Right. And she says, so hexagon, these are six-sided, but if they're eight-sided, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think they're six-sided. Is that a hex?
That's a hex. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
hex.
And hex, and also Google hexagons, it says 8 gone, meaning gang of 8 gone. Nice dig, CJ.
And I was doing a bunch of stuff. That's awesome because that ties in with all the eights. Today's date,
Yeah.
119. I did it versus 9/11.
Yeah.
9 minus 1 is 8. 19 minus 11 is 8.
Yeah.
And then I got to 3 8s, which is also, if you turn it to the side, they're infinity.
Yes.
I was working.
Cool. I think I lost you again. Michelle says, oh my God, Melania dress, turn it sideways. I'm sorry. Orange hex equals fire. Orange hex equals fire. Excuse me. Whoa, excuse me. Hunger Games. Katniss has the fire. Everyone else was from the elite city. She was the warrior. I love that, Michelle. Good call. John says we should have paid more attention in math class. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Cynthia, I wanted to show that too. And by the way, X-22 said today more military was brought into D.C. More military was brought into D.C. let me see. Oh my God. The NBA from Stacy Blue. The NBA, this is just so absurd. Just announced, let me see if I got this here. No more hugs or handshakes. What's happening to humanity, folks, is a tragedy. And there is no argument about that. It is tragic that we are afraid of a little virus that our immune system is perfectly capable of handling if we strengthen our bodies, get sunshine, get exercise, get oxygen. Okay? I'm not going to talk about that because that'll shut me down if I get off on that rant. I've been shut down twice for that. At any rate, I want to take you to 3 National Guardsmen were killed in a helicopter crash in New York State on Wednesday. According to the state's Division of Military and Naval Affairs, this was just tonight, authorities said a New York Army National Guard UH-60 medical evacuation helicopter based at the Army Aviation Support Facility at Greater Rochester International Airport crashed while on a routine training mission. The crash was reported shortly after 6:30 p.m. Local sheriff's deputies confirmed they are on the scene and investigating the crash. New York State Police, Mendon firefighters, and others are also at the scene. A helicopter has been hovering near the crash. There was C Company, 1st Battalion, 171st General Support Aviation Battalion. Yeah, that's a shame. So, prayers for those servicemen and their families, please, folks. Let's remember them tonight. I wanted to also, and I wanted to reiterate that X-22, one of you guys said that X-22 said that there's more military coming into the city. Why? Why? Because what you're being told isn't the truth. Okay? Carolina, hexagon is a Masonic symbol. It is sacred to them. The thing about that, Carolina, is that they take everything. Like they'll try to take, like 666 is a great number. 3, 6, and 9, 666. It's a smooth number. There's so many numbers that they take and bastardize, or they'll take a cross, they'll turn it upside down, right? They'll take the swastika, which is an ancient sacred geometrical symbol. 2 snakes wrapped around each other, and also sacred geometry. And the Nazis turned it into something that you can never use again. So they use these symbols because they derive power from them. Okay. Let's see. Dave, excuse me. 63599. The first letter of each sentence spells war. I lost that. Emmys are April 25th, 2021. Primetime Emmys and daytime Emmys are separate. Just, the dates would be good. April 21, is that daytime or nighttime? If you guys could just give me the whole thing, that'd be good. Emmy, Tuesday, July 13th, 2021. Okay, thank you. So we got April and July, is that right? Okay. Yeah, Todd, lost you again, over target. And I tried to call you back too, by the way. Let me see. Let me get to you. Well, we could do that. I'll tell you what. Let me try. Let's try the WhatsApp and see if we stay connected, and see if it's just the Facebook. I think you guys. Yeah, let's try that. I'm gonna try you on WhatsApp here. Okay. And I should be able to take these off if I get you. Oh, yeah. Hey, bud, can you hear me?
Hello, hello.
Hey, can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's try this and see if it's Facebook that's doing the censoring or what. By the way, just on the topic of the military, did you hear me say that X-22 said there's more military coming into D.C.?
Yeah. For what?
Yeah, exactly. Probably to replace the gentleman that he sent away and the ladies that he sent away after he got a look at their social media profile.
I'm on to some continuation proofs if you want to see where it goes. It's pretty cool.
Cool. Also, let me see. Let me just do this. And okay, go ahead.
131, and these are all off of the blue timestamps that we had to go. I mean, we have to continue on these if we want to find them.
Right.
We can't just pick out numbers.
Yep.
There's more to them.
Yep.
131 and 130. 130's relevance is amazing because it's where I think he is now.
Okay, 131 POTUS National Security East Briefing, 3:02 a.m. Please stand by. We've been to that multiple times. And 130 Air Force One, 5A, 2 PNG. So he's up in Air Force One, completely isolated.
Yep.
Wow.
And the game theory continues on.
129.
Yeah, you can go either way. 129. We already did 129. That's the
right.
Closing act.
That's right.
I wanted to shoot for 132, 133. Let's see what those have. And then we could go the other way because it would be more relevant in time, I believe, since they're going backwards.
Yep. Let me see. Somebody had, what was it, 1203. That was the one, 1203. Let's see. Okay, 133. Hard to swallow, important to progress. Who are the puppet masters? House of Saud, 6 +++, 4 trillion. Rothschild, 6 ++, 2 trillion. Soros 6 + 1 trillion. We got we were doing these 3-2-1s last night. Also could be Kaylee's code. Focus on above 3. Public wealth disclosures false. Many governments of the world feed the eye. Think slush funds, feeder. Think war, feeder. Think environmental pacts, feeder. Environmental pacts. Biden got us back into the Paris Accord. Why? Because that's an easy way to funnel money back to the elite. That's why Trump got us out of it, because it wasn't doing us anything. And since Trump got us out of it, we were the #1 country in carbon emission reduction since he got us out of the Paris Accord and saved us a lot of money. Nathan's trying to get my attention. Okay, let me see.
Dave?
Yeah.
Huma tweeted.
What?
Huma tweeted, so there's a marker.
Follow Huma.
2 hours ago.
Holy shit.
They've been trying to get your attention.
Shit. Well, why didn't you guys say so?
I'll send it to you in the show chat.
Well, you were on a roll. You were talking about when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor.
Don't stop me. He's on a roll. Okay, I've got her Twitter. She and I are friends on Facebook. Let's see. No, I'm kidding. Huma Abedin, Lucky Mom, Grateful Democrat, Lover of Fiction, devourer of French fries and ice cream. New York, New York, 65,000 followers. The last time she tweeted was September 2nd, 2018.
Oh my God.
I'm going to say that again. Folks, the last time this woman tweeted was September 2nd, 2018. Before that, July 6th, 2016. This one, let there be light, finally. I'm grateful for the leadership of our new POTUS and history-making VP. What an epic and totally awesome day. Unity and healing feels really, really good. Wow.
Let there be light.
Let there be light. We just went down through the dark to light. We just went through Melania's dress. Now, here's where we're going from here. Look at the timestamp. But follow Huma, right? What is the East Coast time? Is that a 9:25 timestamp, Todd?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, I don't know. It was sent to us, but it says 8:25, correct?
Yeah, but I think it's
That'd be 9:25.
yeah. Which 9:25. This is not about religions or party affiliation. Evil is everywhere. There are no drawn lines, no boundaries. Good versus evil. Well, it's not about religions or party affiliation. Evil is everywhere. No drawn lines, no boundaries. Good versus evil. 17. Follow Huma. Follow Huma. There's also another 925 in here, which tells me we should go 529.
While you're doing that,
Yeah.
I think it's really funny that Joe did 17 executive orders his first day.
Oh, nice catch. Nice catch. By the way,
How's 529 look, Dave?
529, be ready. MSM coming big way. We see all, we hear all. Fight, fight, fight. Conspiracy push coming. MSM lost control. Dems lost slave grip. Dems lost center voters. Libs are minority. MSM projects as big movement. Fake news. 4 to 6% lost forever. Hello, George. Wow. Jorge.
And look who posted it, Dave. 00000, number 17.
Oh my God. Look at that. Number 17. That's pretty awesome.
Think we should go there?
I think we should go to 17.
Let's try it.
Especially since that's how many executive orders Joe was told to sign by the White Hats today, by the way.
We also have that leaked phone call of him admitting he got beat.
Oh, wait a minute. Send that to me. Okay.
I did.
Oh, my God.
It says that.
Oh, my God. Okay. This is 17. Why does Obama travel in advance of POTUS to foreign locations? We just saw that picture of Shanghai that said, "Where's Barack Obama?" Why is this relevant? Focus on the power of POTUS as it relates to the Marines. How can military intelligence be applied to prosecute bad actors and avoid corrupt agencies and judges? Biggest drop on posts online. Above is reason why the shills are sliding. In case you didn't know, shills log and send new info back to ASF for instruction. They use a 5-prong prepackaged injection. One post auto-generates 4 more at random designated times. Common drive of posts they all tap into. Since they misjudge the influence of the MSM, they are aggressively looking to censor throughout major platforms in exchange for CIA slush funds and worldwide access for expansion of said networks. Everything they do has been forecasted and prepared for. Awesome. I think that was Nathan was trying to get my attention. Plus, many of you, thank you, Nathan, for dropping that Huma bomb. That is huge. Follow Huma. Let there be light. Finally, Huma double meaning. Huma Abadan, and Huma is Harvard University Muslim Association, which Barack Obama was in. Prince Alawid, and much control over the infiltration of the Muslim Brotherhood among our government. Wow. Thank you, Huma. Thank you, 17 executive orders today that the White Hats told Biden to sign. Thank you for that. New leaked phone call. Joe Biden admits.
When the election takes
Here
place
we go.
down in
Hold on. Gotta put my headset on. Buckle up, people. Here we go.
when the election takes place down in
Playing it now.
Georgia. But I also don't think we should get too far ahead of ourselves on dealing with police reform in that, because they've already labeled us as being defund the police. Anything we put forward in terms of the organizational structure to change policing, which I promise you will occur, promise you. Just think to yourself and give me advice whether we should do that before January 5th, because that's how they beat the living hell out of us across the country.
Oh, that's right. I remember hearing that one. Yeah.
If when the election takes place down in Georgia. But I also don't think we should get too far ahead of ourselves on dealing with police reform in that, because they've already labeled us as being defund the police. Anything we put forward in terms of the organizational structure to change policing, which I promise you will occur, promise you. Just think to yourself and give me advice whether we should do that before January 5th, because that's how they beat the living hell out of us across the country.
That's how they beat us. Yep. He knows. He knows. Very much. Patricia, thank you, Patricia. I remember hearing that. And that was, I don't know the date on that, but I want to say that was several weeks ago. But still fantastic. Thank you, Patricia, for that.
Some other things there, too.
Yeah, I'm seeing this. Folks, this is, thank you, Trista. This is Melania's dress again. Military Fire Division symbols, Fire Division 1 or 5. Interesting. Military hazardous materials, weapons of mass destruction markings. Now, none of them are hexagons. These are octagons, but still, you know, an orange hexagon is a military symbol for fire. But is that... also, somebody says, I think, Trista said, I think Melania's dress is a yellow cube. Yellow cube is how they saw the future, how they were able to map all this out. Speaking of orange cubes or yellow cubes, there's a yellow orange ball of the NBA. Wow. Now, going back to Huma's on Eastern time most likely. Kat, try 8:25. That's a good point, Kat. Huma's probably in New York. So 8:25, but here's the thing.
Yeah, but that's how
it shows up as mine. It shows up as mine. So, and I'm on, even though I'm on West Coast time, Todd and I are synced up, like kind of like Belushi with the other guys, and we're synced up with those. Wuzzy Fuzzy, Dave, wow, this is epic information. Thank you. You're welcome. This is fantastic, isn't it? And folks, again, this isn't our information. We are just directing you to where 17 wants us to look, right? McInerney just dropped a great video on Telegram. Patty asks, could the Chinese guy who was with Biden today be the same guy who was with Bannon in that video he made a while back, saying China was becoming a democracy? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Yeah.
It wasn't him.
Yeah. Let's see. Renee says Biden signed executive order on blank pages.
That's what I heard too.
Does anybody have any photo of that? And let me do this. 4821, 4822. Let's see. Oh, by the way, I put in Melania's dress. Somebody said it was $3,700. So we just put in $3,700 and up pops the story, exclusive Attorney General William Barr, Wednesday, 7 p.m. So probably nothing major about that. It was just the price of a dress, right? But good thinking outside the box, right? And anything that has to do with Melania's dress, I'm on board. 4821. What happens if Biden became POTUS, knowing he, through Hunter +2, took massive amounts of bribes to change, look the other way, U.S. policy towards China in favor of China? Would China own and control the White House? This is 4821 and 4822, which was shared by X22 report today. And one of our SNED heads who I just lost, thank you for sharing that. X22, Dave is a wealth of information. So let's see. Let's see. Yeah, Melanie, I'm seriously so excited. A great time to be alive. I agree. So George, hello George, could be reference to JFK Jr. Because of his George magazine. Nathan, good call. And also, what if it was George Floyd? And we found out that George Floyd was actually alive and that this whole thing was a way for the Dems to get the black vote, which they didn't get.
That would be a mass awakening event.
Yep, that would be massive awakening event. No comment, no question about it.
Also, should we go to George Magazine's posts on Twitter?
Yeah, maybe.
But I mean, it doesn't get any clearer to follow Huma, and all of a sudden she pops up ever since September.
Yep. And by the way, off Huma, excuse me, Huma takes us to 323, Todd. Also 323, 232, and 232, 232, 323, which we've already been at, and also 2552. Let's go to 2552, After Mr. Priestap's departure, none of the high-ranking Bureau officials involved in the 2 investigations will remain with the Bureau. Follow the names on the list provided. Update. Panic in D.C., the Clinton Foundation, nothing to see here. Another high-ranking FBI official to depart. That was from what that was about. 323, we went down this one. Todd, this is probably the 4th or 5th time we've been directed to 323. 232, confirm, go Twitter, P, act small, red 1, red 2. 232. Confirm, go Twitter, post, maybe, act small, number, act small, number. Conference, go Twitter, act small, number.
Act small number, well, the smallest number he gets, 0.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to look up. I'm trying to search by the ID number with all the zeros right now. I'm trying to learn how to do that because those are the super significant posts. And maybe we could I can short circuit this and do all those.
That would be nice.
That way we wouldn't even have to follow the timestamps. It'd probably tell the whole story, crack it all open.
I know, right? Yeah, that's a timestamp. It's a command. Castengeist. It's a like a code command, right, for computers. Yeah, guys, chat is going really, really fast. So I'm missing some stuff every time I look away. So
is anybody excited?
Yeah, people are fired up, right, guys? Also, Dean Miller and many of you have been trying to get my attention on the 11.3 military code. Okay, great. Julie sent an email with 2 pictures with Biden signing the documents and one of the pin of the Asian guy following him. Awesome. Let me do this. Let me start with...
The other thing I wanted to do, Dave, I want to give out just a little bit of homework here.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if anybody could go back and look at the video and see if Renegade Hussein was wearing his ring today with the engraving, the red ring.
Ah, yeah, good call. Good call.
But I don't have the video, and I'm trying to crack this zero ID code.
Yep. Okay.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
All right. Let me get to... I got to get to my email, then we're going to get to 11.3. Let's see. Oh, guys, who wants to do that? Who wants to go down through the videos? Go back through the video and see if they can do that. Can you just kind of say, I'll do it, and we'll get 2 or 3 doing it. David Comment said to go to Telegram. I don't know where on Telegram. Guys, if you want us to do a Q drop, you just need to have us... by the way, Harris wears a ruby red ring. You just need to let us know what number on the drop, but also why the drop. Okay, look up. All right, Red Velvet, you've been trying to get me this attention here. Let me focus for just a second on you. Listen, 1203, okay, and this is the helicopter crash today. Hollywood Elite there today. Look up RISV Traverse Management in crumbs. RISV Traverse Management is directly tied with Obama. I believe RISV is that guy, or am I thinking of Renzo? But anyway, we're going to come back to this because I have to go. Well, let's go ahead and search this, see what comes up real quick. 1203, Mac is naming names. That's Allison Mack, who was who was pleaded guilty to human trafficking through the Nexium sex cult. Big names in Hollywood, government, local, federal, proof. The Standard Hotel, helicopter crash, which happened today, all related. Future will prove past. Adam Schiff, feeling okay today? Why is the Mexican border, Long Beach port, so important? TikTok LLC. Folks, we were watching Huntington Beach and them stopping ships from going into Long Beach Harbor. And here we are, 12:03, with the helicopter crash today, the helicopter crash then, which took out a witness as to what Adam Schiff did at the Standard and at the Chateau Marmont. Why is the Mexican border, Long Beach port, so important? Because that's how the Chinese are going to get in their weapons, through the Long Beach port, to conquer Southern California. Okay? TikTok LLC. Okay, TikTok LLC, which means we got to look up TikTok LLC. Andrews, Texas. Company information. A Texas domestic limited liability company filed on August 21st, 2018. It's listed as in existence and its file number. Registered agent on file is Christopher Pina and located in Andrew, Texas. Okay. Nothing major there. There's also one, TikTok LLC, Andover, Massachusetts, alignable. Let's see. TikTok LLC in Los Angeles. This is probably the one because of the Long Beach. California, filing status canceled. Filing date February 21st, 2012, 8 years, 11 months. Ash R. Shaw of Larchmont. Okay. So guys, would you look into TikTok LLC and tell me what you find, please? And let me go to the okay, here is Julie, this is Biden signing the paper, and also the guy right behind him. Come on now. Let me see if I can get that blown up a little bit. Copy and replace. Let's see if we can get this guy blown up a little bit. Let's see. Now, let me, no, that's not going to work. Hold on. No, that's not going to work. This is pretty fantastic. Here we go. Why is that fog? That is really weird. No. No. Okay. This is weird. I can't get Biden and the Asian guy off my computer now. Like they're stuck in this really weird kind of. That's really weird. Okay, this is Biden. Let me take you there. Okay, this is going to be here. Okay. Now, let me take you to this. You go into this. Okay. Oh my God. Guys, look at this picture. Wouldn't we be able to see this? Like, wouldn't we be able to Let's turn it so the way he's looking at it. The only thing I see is his writing, almost like it's a signature here. And by the way, it looks like his pen cap's not even open. Guys, there's no writing on this paper. There's no writing on that paper. Does anybody see this paper and tell me differently? Wow. Okay. Sherry says the Great Awakening on Telegram is a lot of great drops. Wow. Can't see it. You can't see the writing, right? Unbelievable.
Is it?
No, it's not unbelievable.
That's what I'm saying. It's all
Yeah.
play.
Yep. Blank like his mind. Possibly photoshopped. Well, they still left the part of the signature there, and also we see the shadow from his hand here, and we see the shadow from his jacket. Maybe he's the only one that can see it. What's the yeah. 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 X22 says the deep state MSM have now completed the crime. Joe Biden was inaugurated. He took a private jet to D.C. We know that because the pilot left California, went to pick him up in Delaware to fly him to D.C. JB is now the illegitimate president of the U.S. The military has been monitoring the elections. They know exactly what has occurred. 11/3 is the first marker. Then entire operation is going to be completed in 30 days. Now, the 11/3 is the 11/3. I want to bring that up here in a second. But this is very interesting that's Joe Biden. Now, the second picture here is this cat. Okay, and I want to see who this dude is. And this is very shady looking dude, but this is what really interested me. Was I want you guys to please see if you can figure out what this pin means on his jacket. Okay, it's a 5-pointed star. Okay, could be a pentagram, a satanic pentagram. Looks like it has a hole in the middle. It is within a diamond or a square, which is within another square. Can you guys do a dig on that for me and tell me what you find, please?
Hey, Dave.
Yeah, bud.
Got a big one on 45.
Okay.
I put in Huma because she's our last lead, our last breadcrumb.
Yeah.
That I thought was fantastic. News unlocks the map. You got to stay with Huma here.
Yep.
45 is very telling. There's a lot with Huma.
Yeah, she's all over the place, right? All right. Yeah. November 2nd. Let me get there. Follow Huma. What just broke with Huma? What did HRC instruct Huma to do regarding classified markings, changing them? Why is this story just now coming out? What relevance does it have? Why is Donna Brazile, running for cover? Was a deal granted in exchange for something? Who made the deal? Do we care about Donna or those who instructed her to violate the law? Those who instructed her to violate the law. We don't care about Donna. She's a loser. Why is this being leaked versus simply prosecuted privately? Who is attempting to change the narrative and soften the acts that are forthcoming this weekend?
This weekend.
This weekend. 45 is significant. Huma is significant. HRC is significant. Donna Brazile was the one that Hillary said, if he gets elected, if he gets in office, we'll all hang. Who is attempting to change the narrative and soften the acts that are forthcoming this weekend? Mainstream media, obviously, is, they change the narrative, they control the narrative.
They're going for the cheese.
These rats are getting trapped. And, by the way, okay, here's how they're getting trapped, folks. Let me see. Let's see, 11.3. Military code. Trying to find the 11.3. And I'm missing it. It's military. You guys have sent it to me. I have it here, but I tracking it down. Will you guys send me the military 11.3, please? 11.3, 11.4, 11.6. We covered this a couple of nights ago. Covered this a couple nights ago. Let me see. I'm losing. I missed Frog Trumpet. It's okay. Is that a Secret Service pin? He's Korean, a Secret Service agent for 12 years. Sans the skeleton. Would you? What's his name? Please. If you know he's been Secret Service agent for 12 years, is it Cho? Military Laws of War.
I got another one, Dave. You got to go to.
All right.
736. It's a marker on what Trump supposedly left. It is a note for Biden in the White House.
Yep.
We won.
736. HA is said to refer to Abaddon, Huma Abaddon. In the Q Bible, this is the second shortest sentence. The first to come, we won. Ha 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 equals Huma Abaddon. Washington Examiner, text Clinton email, aide Huma Abaddon sought immunity or would take the fifth. Double meanings work well against sniffers.
I just talked about sniffers.
Oh my God, dude.
I showed you that letter today.
Wow.
And Cindy said Cindy just showed me the letter that he left the shortest letter in the world to the next incoming president. We won.
Yep. I won, Joe. Right? Or I won.
Yeah. Yeah.
We won.
Yeah, it gets the point across.
And by the way, the first is to come, meaning it hadn't happened yet. Right?
Yep.
And then double meanings work well against sniffers. That's Joe Biden is a sniffer for you. And his son Hunter. Cocaine. Yeah.
Yeah, dad like father.
Dottie says Scavino tweeted, leads to drop 656. Is that right? Did you know that, Todd?
Yeah, I told you guys earlier.
When did
Yeah,
you?
there's another one here. It's huge.
Wow.
I didn't see that. I was on my journey here. I can't see it all.
All right. Military laws of war. Point 3. Let's see. Okay. I don't think any of these are the ones I'm looking for. Yeah. Let me see.
1360 is relevant. And I think it, because of what it says, welcome back, Huma.
Yeah, right? 1360?
Yeah, 1360.
1360 is John Kerry and Bashir and Pelosi. It's all connected. Welcome back, Huma. Now comes the pain. Wow. Huma Abedin ties to the Muslim Brotherhood. Wow. Bachmann letter responding to Ellison. The purpose of these letters, listen to this, the purpose of these letters was to request a multi-department investigation into potential Muslim Brotherhood infiltration into the U.S. government. This is from Keith Ellison, or to Keith Ellison from Michelle Bachmann. We've been down this path before, but this is cracking open the Muslim Brotherhood in D.C., and that's huge because that leads directly to Barack Obama. And then, of course, the 656 that somebody said, Scavino's tweet, leads us back to what happened at the hotel, Adam Schiff. What is Adam Schiff attempting right now? Impeachment, favor repaid, some indictment. Some incident with Adam Schiff happened at a hotel and was covered up. He is repaying the favor by trying to cover this up. Anons, we are looking for a death cover-up of Adam Schiff doing. How they control those they need. One recent example, relevant today, learn. Awesome. That was from Scavino's tweet that I haven't seen yet. Todd, you were going to take me somewhere else.
1517.
15.
This is going to tell, yeah, this is another Huma post that's going to tell us a lot.
1517. Read last post. Huber started in November. What else was slated to happen in November? 11.3.11.6. That's the military code that I'm looking to look up. Podesta indicted, Huma indicted. Do they know? IG,
do they know?
Do they know?
Hey, if you invert the 116, flip it over like you're looking at it in a mirror. The mirror's behind it. You got 119.
Yep.
Huma was indicted today, possibly. Do they know?
Wow. Yep. And Podesta 113, 113, 116. You know, that could be 2 or 119. Inverted. Yeah. Also 9/11. Yeah. Think mirror. Okay. Muslim Brotherhood. Couldn't find you on Twitch all night. Just got here. Damn, Lori, you. Oh my God, you're missing. Wow. Lori, I'm sorry.
You didn't finish reading the rest of that, though.
Yeah. Okay. So IG started long before Huber setting stage. Important note. Think IG equals FBI. Huber equals DOJ, no DC. That means all the DOJ stuff is outside of the DC jurisdiction, so you don't have assholes like Sullivan. Why are we emphasizing this given the world is watching? Strategic, or they already know, hence CEO political mass resignations. Adding up, logical, careful of clickbait.
Do you think that
Wow.
the world watched something today?
Yep. And this is, yeah, we talked about this. The world is watching. Wow. 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 Yeah.
So they started here. If you go back, it says you have, before that you have to go to the previous post, but I'm trying to figure out.
Whoo, boy.
Yeah,
Holy
there's
cow.
a lot here. Look at this. The previous post to that it refers to, it says
Yeah.
read last post.
Yeah.
If you go to 1516,
Yeah.
check this out. Goes after the MSM. Oh my God.
15, 16. These
You know what this
wow.
looks like? It looks like war news.
Yes.
Here's what's coming, folks.
These reporters and networks have been named in the WikiLeaks to have colluded with the DNC or Hillary campaign during the 2016 election cycle. ABC, Cecilia Vega, David Muir, Diane Sawyer, Stephanopoulos, John Carl. How many of these guys did we hear today that just made us nauseous? AURN, April Ryan, Bloomberg, Jennifer Epstein, John Heilman, Bloomberg MSNBC, Bloomberg Mark Halperin, BuzzFeed, CBS. Their top people: CNBC, John Harwood, CNN. Look at the CNN list. David Challen. David Challen was the guy that said it. All the lights on the reflecting pool looked like Joe Biden was reaching out to embrace America. And I retweeted that and said, get your lips off his monument, because the Washington Monument's sitting right down at the end of his big old arms. Jake Tapper, folks. Okay? Jeff Zucker. All right? Look at these people. Daily Beast, GPG, I don't know what that is, HuffPo. You think people thought, progressives thought they were getting news outside the mainstream media with Huffington Post. LA Times, Evan Handler, Mike Mamoli, McClatchy, Moore, MSNBC, this is a good one, Andrea Mitchell, Joe Scarborough, Mika Brzezinski, whose father, Zbigniew Brzezinski, was a right-hand guy to Kissinger and was a counsel on foreign relations. He was a spy, folks. Rachel Maddow. I'm sorry, that's Maddow. Let's see. Chuck Todd of NBC. Savannah Guthrie, my favorite. The woman who stood on a pentagram during a satanic symbolic casting spells on President Trump and challenged Q as being a satanic pedophile network.
You think she knew her name was in the drops?
What's that?
Do you think they know that their names were in the drops?
Yep. That's why they're trying to discount and discredit 17, because 17 is discrediting them by pointing to the fact that they're bought and paid for. NPR, thanks for joining us. I'm Tamara Keith, and I'm Mike Oreskes. New York Post, New York Times, Amy Chozick. Wow. Yeah. Maggie Haberman. What a shocker. Charlie Rose, PBS. Politico. Reuters. Tina Brown, The Hill. That's why Solomon had to leave The Hill.
Yep.
Because they didn't want to print his real reporting. John Solomon Reports. Go check him out. Support him, please. WAPO, Vox, Vice, Yahoo, The Bridge, Podesta Group. Bridge between media, FBI, DOJ, HRC plus. Why did the Podesta Group close? Public charges? No. Why close? When did Huber start? John Huber, out of Salt Lake City, Utah. November. JP, Huma, November. JP. Who's JP? Yeah, Melanie, you know, guys, what we watched today was a funeral. It was a funeral for the Democrat Party.
Yep.
That's what that's what we watched today, guys. That's why it felt like a funeral. That's
and the media.
And the media. Thank you. Yes. Yep. Why sealed? Do they know? Why did the Podesta Group close? Why no leaks? Who else knows? HRC deal request? Why? IG Huber. Can IG disclose evidence in pending criminal cases in public disclosures reports? Why not? Grand jury, taint, bias, everyone has an opinion, clickbait. JP, by the way, folks, while everyone else is around Telegram, while everyone else is on Gab and Twitter trying to get, you know, information from each other, where are we? We're with the one source that said no outside comms. And we're getting plenty of comms, folks. Now, there are outside comms that lead us to these comms, like Huma, like Scavino, right? Like, you know, things about the Milani and so forth, right? Huber recent reveal by Sessions, November start. HRC panic, deal, request December, think Huber, coincidence, you have more than you know, news unlocks past, map. Wow. And that's all the mainstream media. Right there. 15, 16.
And there'll be more to that.
Yep. And it takes us also back to 17, right? Yeah, there'll be a lot more. There'll be a lot more.
War News
Yeah.
is right on it. Then you can go to 15, 18 and just scroll down to the bottom where it says, to all those not getting it, 11.3 equals when Huber made a sealed indictment. 11.6 equals when Huber made a sealed indictment.
Where's this?
Oh my God, this is great. 15.18.
1518. So you want game theory, or were you led there?
By Huma. I just highlighted Huma and
Okay.
I've got all the Huma posts.
Wow. Follow Huma, dude. 15.
You gotta follow Huma.
Yep.
Just do what it tells you.
Yep. 1518. JP. We know who that is. Who's JP?
Yeah. I think it's John Podesta.
Yes. John Podesta, Huma, November, right? Because it was 11.3, 11.4, right? Huber recent reveal by Sessions, November start, HRC panic, deal requested December, think Huber, coincidence, you have more than you know, news unlocks past, map. That's what we just read, right?
Yep.
Then, to all those not getting it, 11.3 equals when Huber made a sealed indictment.
What else happened on that day, Dave?
11.3 would have been the election,
Yep.
right?
They did it right at the start of the election.
Yep. And 11.6 equals when Huber made a sealed indictment. Okay? Well done, Anon. Shows commitment. So basically, this is an Anon that figured this out. Okay? Now, we've also been led to those military drops of 11.3, 11.6. 11.3, 11.4, 11.6. Double meaning. Okay? So those are still relevant. And let me see if I can find those to see if you guys drop those in my my lap over here.
They're absolutely relative because that turns it to military.
Yeah.
Because you can't try them in courts with crooked judges.
Right. Exactly.
This is unbelievable.
This is really incredible. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. KME nurse said you can see writing. Okay, I can see writing on this one. Yeah, definitely. We can see writing on this one. But the
Don't get distracted.
you know what? The writing is here. But it says, I think I can read it. It says, Joe, take your meds. So that's so I think I've debunked that as being legitimate.
The writing is on the wall.
Well done, grasshopper. All right. Let me see. Members. Okay, I am getting distracted. Let me see. Okay, Christy said Barack Obama is only wearing his wedding band today. The times below show up close of each hand. Right hand at 119 and left hand at 147. So Christy, thank you. That rocks. Christy did that homework.
Yes.
Beautiful.
She's awesome.
Yep, beautiful. Awesome. Let's see, Jennifer, let's go down the rabbit hole with the drops. Look at it. Then, of course, too, which we know. Okay. So, JD Truth Seeker, Jennifer dropped we'll go down that in a second, but let me type it in here. She wants to go down 802 eventually. But let me just plug it in here so we have it ready to roll. Let me go to what was I looking for, bud?
I don't know. I was doing my own thing here.
Did we get a confirmation, guys, on...
oh, you were looking for 11.3, 11.4, 11.6.
Yeah. Thank you.
Military.
The military, removes... It's a you know what it is? It's a 11.3 military, and it's occupation is what it is. The occupation... Let's see. The U.S. Military Occupation Code. And let me see. Let me pull this up. Okay. And where is it? Damn it. You guys sent me this. Maybe I just need to look at yesterday's stuff. I'm not finding it now, and this is so damn frustrating. Let's see. At any rate, I trust that you guys are going to get it to me somehow. Let's see. Christy also sent us the Q drop, the buildings. It is definitely Shanghai. Thank you. Tracy, thank you for your donation. Tracy Sorg, very much. Thank you. Okay, so, and Linda did the pin, but guys, okay, so Donald Trump it on Twitter, but did he say what the pin is yet? Do we know that? Replying to @FrogTrumpet, it looks like it could be this. Is it that? Let me see. It could be that. but that one's gold. This one is red against gold. And what is that symbol? Is that a Chinese symbol? Is that a I don't know what the pin is, but I've been seeing this dude around Biden for months.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
I just thought of something just now. I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
Hey, you know how 17 always says follow the pen?
Yeah.
Maybe we should be following the pen.
Following the
At Twitter.
pen. At the pen?
Yep.
At the pen.
Follow the pen.
9 followers. Working on his new website. Let's see what they got. Yeah, I don't think the pen has anything. Yeah, no posts.
Well, you can see why I thought about follow Huma. You know, we were thinking, oh yeah, well, you know, we were all thinking follow her on Twitter. Maybe the pen is on a different platform. You might want to check it out. The pen, that's just weird. You know, that double meaning for everything. The pen, he said, follow the pen. I wonder. It seems like it would be almost obvious.
Yeah. We've gone down that theory with Pence, haven't we? Follow the Pence.
Yeah.
Oh.
But that was Catherine Herridge was always. We probably need to go see what she's saying, because she has been the pen basically.
Yeah.
Every time they said the pen, it was almost always her.
Yeah, maybe follow the pin, the lapel pin. Several at the pen on Telegram. Eileen, can you guys check Telegram and see if there's anything worth following? Follow Mark Penn. I don't know who that is. Oh, here's something. Christian asks, Dave, do you know where Barron Trump is? We don't. He wasn't around today. Can you guys dig into that, Christian? Could you maybe just search that and see where Barron was today? You know, the only thing, I can't imagine that he would miss what transpired today. You know, yeah, he might have school, but isn't he still homeschooled by Melania?
They acted like he was at school today. That's what I heard.
Okay.
But they were speculating. Nobody knew where he was.
Exactly. Jaya and a few people have said doesn't seem to be a flag above the White House right now. So let's see. Jen, I'll check it. January 27th, remember the date. Flag is there, just not waving. It's depressed. Pen could be a cage.
Yeah.
Yep, good call. Pen could also, somebody said,
Pentagon?
Oh my God. Hold on. Julie, I'll check that out. A guest has a Trader Joe's shopping bag at the inauguration. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Trader Joe's. Madison, yes, this is a think tank. We are brainstorming. Carrie, can't see. That's old. That's old. Okay. Let me see. Okay.
Just like always, I never knew what we were going to talk about tonight, Dave.
Yeah, no kidding, right, dude?
we found some fillers.
Yeah, it's really remarkable what we got.
Well, I learned a long time ago, Dave, that if I work all day on something, it's irrelevant by the time the show shows up.
Mm-hmm.
So I waste my. I mean, you find out a lot of information and you can find some paths, but really it still comes down to what we're looking at right now in the drops.
Yeah.
Because nobody could have made me feel more and more confident than what this is telling me.
Yep. Yep. So this is General McInerney on Telegram. I want to bring that up and show you guys the what he's saying. Again, it's outside comms, but let's take a look at it and just see what he's saying here. And let me go back to this. This is a scene, let me see, from Independence Day.
Oh, I love that. If it's the
Mankind, that word should have new meaning for all.
The only problem is we can't watch it because we'll get busted. This is a clearer version of some of the military turning their backs. Look. There's a whole, now this is unsafe, see, because this is a whole stretch of them with their backs to the thing, and if this, they got to see what's behind them and in front of them. If that was the case, some of them would be turned the other way around, and they're not. They're all have their backs away, and here's some with their facing, and some their backs, but here's again a whole group. Yeah. So this is bigger. This is McInerney. This is bigger than the office of the president. We are not fighting for freedom anymore. We are fighting for our right to exist. We are being labeled as terrorists in our own country. Our forefathers built this country from this type of invasion. Wipe your tears and become a true patriot as of today. Today we start the new 1776, and yes, he will return. Beautiful. Okay. Now,
wow, Dave.
Where you at?
I put the pen in drops.
Okay.
Wow. Should have done this a long time ago.
Hold on, dude. We got a picture. You guys know this picture from New York? This is one of my favorite pictures. These guys working on a skyscraper. Can you see that, Todd?
No, I got too many devices going. I can't have any fun.
I know, right? Bernie. You know the picture of those guys eating lunch and drinking alcohol on the beam over New York City? There's a picture of Bernie on the end, and he's got his little parka on with his mittens and a face mask. Oh my God, that is too much, man. I love that. Just so simple. Why do y'all play so much? Get Bernie down from there.
I think that maybe just for shits and giggles, you ought to go to post 1776.
Okay. All right.
I wonder what the relevance would be.
Oh, excuse me.
We haven't seen any of that, right?
Right. Hey, this was 802. This was the significance of this, and I can't remember what Sned had sent it to me. Forgive me, but 802 was the license plate behind Melania. 2, patriot, a person who loves, supports, and defends his or her country and its interests with devotion. 2, a person who regards himself or herself as a defender, especially of individual rights against presumed interference by the federal government. Traitor, a person who betrays another, a cause, or any trust. A person who commits treason by betraying his or her country. Patriot, traitor. That's basically what this all boils down to. Let's go to 1776. That was awesome. And the flag, of course. And there's, oh, dude, there's 1776. There's the pen. Bullseye, brother, bullseye. And Biden took down, the 1776 from the whitehouse.gov today. The 1776 proclamation. Whitehouse.gov, which you can get to by typing in Antifa.com. Okay? Somebody said to me today in a post, well, that's just a misdirect. Not a lot of high IQs here in this post. And I'm like, misdirect? They've been doing it for 6 months and collecting money off that in the BLM.
Yep.
You know, and it doesn't matter who redirects it. The money, people are going to Antifa or they're going to BLM. Antifa's ending up at Biden-Harris, where they can say, oh, okay, I'm going to donate to Antifa or Biden-Harris, same thing. And BLM, they go to Act Blue, which donates all this money. All the money donated goes to Bernie, you know, Black Man Bernie. Black Lives Matter Bernie and Biden and Harris. And yeah, it's ridiculous. 1776, that was fantastic. Without the pen of the author of Common Sense, the sword of Washington would have been raised in vain. John Adams. Brilliant. Without the pen of the author of Common Sense, the sword of Washington would have been raised in vain. Beautiful.
I would suggest putting the pen in your search bar.
Okay.
Because this is amazing too.
The pen. Follow the pen and follow Huma.
Now look across. Go down where you were at 1776. Slide over to 1415. And this is the only post I've ever seen that said this. Now comes the pain. 23. Do you see that?
Did I miss, what is it, 14?
1415.
1415.
Look right below the number, but that's
Yep.
never been on a post.
Oh my God, I've never seen that. I was totally looking at in other places. Guys, look at 1415 right here from the pen. Now comes the pain. And by the way, the @ sign replaces the O and the A. O and the A, @ symbol meaning, you know, and then 23, you know, could be Twitter, could be just digital in general. If the FBI or DOJ was infiltrating a campaign for the benefit of another campaign, that is a really big deal. Only the release or review of documents that the House Intelligence Committee, also Senate Judiciary, is asking for can give the conclusive answers, drain the swamp. They thought it was coming yesterday. They were wrong. Follow the pen.
They told us the whole time, Dave.
Wow. Follow the pen. Think timing, coincidence. The attacks will only get worse. They are losing all control. Wow. By the way, and I hereby demand, this is 1424, and will do so officially tomorrow, that the Department of Justice look into whether or not the FBI DOJ infiltrated and surveilled the Trump campaign for political purposes, and if any such demands or requests were made by the people within the Obama administration. Well, that's the D class. That's the D class. That should be out. Wow. Oh, by the way, also define projection. What is the penalty for treason?
The penalty, yeah.
And that page is not found at whitehouse.gov. The penalty for treason page at the White House, 2018 Amendments Manual, Courts Martial, United States, Courts Martial, is not found at the whitehouse.gov. Wow. Wow. Amazing.
Yeah, follow the pen. Think timing. Coincidence? The attacks will only get worse. They are losing all control.
Yeah.
And look at the the ID number of that significant drop. 0000000. Look at 93. We
93.
gotta follow that just real quick.
93. 93. Wow, dude, this is awesome. You're crushing it tonight, man. You're crushing it. You're crushing it. Yes. 93. Is HRC just a puppet and the goal is to take down her minders and the real kingpins? Correction. HRC was a puppet, but her strings were recently cut. She's now on her own and fighting for her life. And by the way,
wasn't at the inauguration today having a grand old time with their hubby?
Yep. And by the way, hold the line, riders. That's the top of the queue. That's in the queue notes right there. Hold the line, riders. Whoo, boy.
I think we've done all we can do for these people.
Yeah. Folks, if you aren't fired up after tonight's show, I can't help you. We can't help you. If you're not absolutely convinced that we are watching a show and that the Patriots are in control, okay, you're missing out on something. Okay. Julie says Charlie and Simon said Castle Rock is a chess move. Okay.
Yep. That's when you move your rook and your king at the same time.
Yeah, but that's called castling. It's not called Castle Rock.
Castle Rock?
Yeah. There was a post that somebody said Castle Rock is when you move your pawns back and close to your king, and it's like, well, you can't move pawns backwards. Right? And so, yeah, I don't think that was legit. Let's see. Let me check my. Whoo, boy, this is some good stuff.
I think we'll just, I'm gonna just mic drop it here before midnight.
Dude, I think that's a great idea, brother. You crushed it tonight, man. Going after the pen, going after we got the tip of the Huma. Who was that? Nathan, I think, gave us a tip on the Huma's tweet, which was huge.
Yeah.
And then going down that search, wow, dude, yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, see how one thing, one piece of news opens the whole thing up. That's what 17 says. News unlocks the map. Do you see how much information we got from one thing?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, if we don't get that from Nate, then we may have bumped into some of these around the horn, a different way, but that sure made it easier.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, huge, brother.
And it's 11:55, so I think that's a good time to go.
Yeah, I think so, brother. And I'm gonna go too because I gotta. Yeah, we've been going just balls out. Sorry, that's a visual you guys didn't need to see. Uh, so, but we've been going nonstop, man, and this is why it's so important.
Well, and no matter how good the food is, you can only eat so much, and I'm kind of full of this
Yep.
information.
Yep.
I'm already good,
Yep.
Leave some for tomorrow.
Yep. Exactly. Let's see. All right, pal. Good night. Love you, man.
All right. Love you too, brother. Love you.
Go ahead.
Makes you feel a little better.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. All right, pal. Good night, Cindy. Thank you. So, guys, here we go. Wing Pearl Outlook. This is great. Thank you. This is what I was looking for. Okay. I sent 9 more in another email earlier. Where's number 10? Number 10, I forgot this one. It wasn't the when, it was the how method in which to achieve goal. Military occupation. This is what I was looking for. Okay. From those drops. Okay. The end of occupation, 11.3. Let me show you here. Okay. And then we're going to wrap this up. Belligerent occupation ceases when the conditions for its application are no longer met. In particular, as discussed below, the status of belligerent occupation ceases when the invader no longer factually governs the occupied territory or when a hostile relationship no longer exists between the state and the occupied territory and the occupying power. Okay? Belligerent occupation ends when the occupying power no longer has effectively placed the occupied territory under its control. Just think of Washington, D.C. as occupied territory. Okay? Let's see. Julia, look for that. Yeah. Okay. Antifa burning Portland again. Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, Joe, you just got here. You got to go back, dude. What a night. Scavino timestamp. Cindy, we went down to Scavino's. Did he have another post? No, Trisha, we haven't done 11:43 yet. They started at 11:43, didn't they? Robert David Steele says, hold tight until Sunday, guys. Yeah. Okay. Complete link and show messages. Thank you, Christy. Hold on. It's Cindy's birthday today. Hold on. It's our Cindy's birthday today, isn't it? But that's tomorrow. But it's kind of today. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to call her back, aren't we? It's Cindy Johnson's birthday today, right? Dave, Facebook your post from 6 hours ago. Yeah, let me go. I'll check that out as well. But I want to get into this 11.3, so I'll tell you. I'll get there. I'll get back to that in a second. Excuse me. We're not going to get to everything tonight, obviously, guys, because we're not going to do an 8-hour show. But we are going. I think we crushed it tonight. I think it's especially after a long day of just kind of like what the hell is going on, right? Let me see. Okay, I've got the. Let's see. By the way, guys, Barbara Ann Heron, check her out because she's been censored. So she's got this new account, Love Light. So please go there and say hi and friend her. That's our very own Barbara. Let's say, the Antifa.com. Enjoy the show. That leads right to the White House, which is unbelievable. Biden sworn in 17 minutes too early while Trump was still president. Also cryptically acknowledged by Pelosi later. Comms, we got this. Hold the line, trust the plan. Anything you do outside of 17 suggestion won't make a damn bit of difference anyway, so don't think for a moment there is nobility in surrender. There is not. And this is the 20th Amendment, Section 1. The terms of the President and Vice President shall end at noon on the 20th day of January, and the terms of senators and reps at noon on the 3rd day of January, of the years in which such terms would have ended if this article had not been ratified, and the terms of their successors shall begin. Section 1, it says the outgoing president's term expires at noon. Biden took his oath and finished at 11:49 a.m. Klobuchar introduced him as president when Trump was still president. So no one was actually sworn in today after noon. Good. Declassed documents are on my David Snedeker page, guys, if you want to see those, okay? Please dig into those as best you can. And let me get back to where we were here. So, okay. So, occupation, think Washington, D.C., okay? An uprising by the local population may prevent the occupying power from actually enforcing its authority over occupied territory. Hold on one sec. Yeah, so it's Cindy's birthday today, right? Yes. Where's my thing? Okay, here it is. Where is she? There it is. There she is.
Hello.
I'm calling to sing happy birthday.
She's asleep.
Wake her up. No, I'm kidding. All right. Tell her happy birthday from all the Snedheads. Everyone's bringing it up. And
Will do, brother.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Okay.
All right,
Sounds
love
good.
you, pal. All right.
All right. Love you, man. Bye.
All right, see ya. All right. Good for her. Good for her. She's where I want to be. Schedule a room for later. Did they say that because I told Todd I loved him? Is that like saying you get a room? That's the Messenger app saying that. Okay. All right. Let me wrap this up. So think, occupation, right? Think the occupation of Washington D.C. possibly. An uprising by the local population may prevent the occupying power from actually enforcing its authority over occupied territory. Similarly, the occupying power's expulsion or complete withdrawal from the territory would also suffice because the former occupying power generally would not be able to control sufficiently the occupied territory. Okay? Belligerent occupation may also end when the hostile relationship no longer exists between the occupying power and the state of the occupied territory. Although, as discussed in the following subsection, certain GC obligations may continue to apply. The right of the occupying power to govern the enemy territory temporarily. Okay? So this, depending on how you read it, okay, basically they have occupied this territory, right? they are the enemy. Most people don't realize it, but they are, because they're compromised by the CCP. And we have proof of that, and that's what's going to be coming out over the coming days. So this 11.3, 11.4, and 11.6 deals with this occupation, okay? And also limitations on the power of the occupying power stemming from its lack of sovereignty over occupied territory. Belligerent occupation in a foreign war being based upon the possession of enemy territory necessarily implies that the sovereignty of the occupied territory is not vested in the occupying power. Occupation is essentially provisional. And also, to understand that Washington, D.C. is not a part of the United States of America. It is the capital of the corporation, the United States of America. It is actually a foreign entity created by the Crown, created by England, and to get back what it lost in 1776, which is why Trump, the day before the election, focused on 1776 in the election. In education, also having to do with the election, and how he put 1776 up on the website that they've now taken down, because in 1871 England got it back from us by creating with Rothschild creating the corporation, the United States of America, right? So let's see. Was it said that Biden's speech was pre-recorded and aired hours before in Spain? I kept hearing people say that they saw him getting inaugurated in Canada, like earlier. So if you guys have any information on that, please send it to me at davesnet@gmail.com. Let's see. Okay. Mumsy Mouse, it's not an occupation. It's a duty of the military to take over an illegal government. It had to go down as it did as to not be a military coup. Right. So it's the duty of the military to take over an illegal government. That's basically but what they're trying to do is they're trying to occupy this land illegally. Right? That's why it goes to, I believe it goes to the occupation. And yeah. So so at any rate, that's kind of the double meaning of the 11.3, 11.4, 11.6 that was dropped, and we also saw the Podesta and the 17 telling us that John Huber from Utah did release the indictments on those days, the sealed indictments. So I got to wrap this up, guys. I am fried. Let's see. Let's end with Julie. This is the Trader Joe's bag right here that this guy's carrying. Trader Joe's. I just wish that Joe Biden was in this picture, but that is fantastic. Trader Joe's. Thank you, Julie, for that. Thank you all for your contributions. Oh my God. The contact form at the White House website now asks for your pronouns. She, her, he, him, they, them, other, and yet we're not supposed to use those, right? Guys, if I didn't get to your stuff, you know how it rolls here, and we've been doing some really, really long shows. Thank you for your support. Let's say a prayer before we head out for our nation. Charlie Ward said he had the speech sent to him and he watched it in Spain. Okay, but it wasn't before that he actually did it, right? John Milton said Sky News has reported Joe Biden assumed the presidency. GQ says you can find this under corporate law. The UCC is the law. UCC supersedes the Constitution of the United States of America. Under corporate law, the UCC is the law. Is that within the UCC? Is that why I couldn't find it, GC or GQ? Is that the UCC? I'm going to check that out later. The problem with our Constitution is that it's the Constitution of the United States of America, meaning of the United States of America Corporation. It's not the Constitution for the United States of America pre-1871, from 1776. That's why we got so much. Timekeeper, you're welcome. Okay, so just sent Dave Charlie Ward video. I'm not going to get to it tonight, but I'll check it out later. Thank you. Dan Scavino Telegram just posted. I don't even know if that is Dan Scavino, but what did he say? Those are the DoD defense codes. I wanted to look at what you had too, Christy. What? Let me see. Yep. Is that pen? Is that a Secret Service pen? Pin. Sorry, pin. That guy was wearing. Biden's SS code name is Celtic, or is that Celtic? Harris's Secret Service code name is Pioneer. All these are the things you sent me. Thank you, Christy. Let's see. What's the video? Let me check this out. Maybe we'll end on a video. Hold on.
It's hard sometimes to heal. We must remember. It's hard sometimes to remember. It's important to heal. We must remember. It's hard sometimes to remember.
All right. That's fantastic. Stephanie Wald, thank you for that laugh there at the end. You know, guys, if this was a gentle old man, old grandfather, I wouldn't laugh at his lack of ability to communicate. But knowing who he is and how he's sold out our country for money, sold out you and I, the gloves are off. Dear Father in heaven, thank you for this day. Thank you for bringing us together. Thank you for the wisdom to see through the farce that we were presented with today. Thank you for all those military, police, President Trump, his family, and his team, the Q team, all the Anons, autists, snedheads. Thank you for bringing us all together, but also thank you for strengthening us through the awareness of the truth. And thank you for the passion to continue this fight and make sure that our country is not occupied, is not taken over by those that mean to do us very, very much harm. And we thank you, and we pray in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. All right, folks. And all for the servicemen. Lord, please watch over the servicemen and their families that died in that helicopter crash tonight. Amen. Folks, I am out of here. Tomorrow, probably be back. No rest for the weary. Love you guys. Thanks so much. Be well. Share out. Even if you, share this just say, tell somebody, what you found, and where you found it in the video, because it's a lot to bite off. I have no idea how long we've been going. 4 hours, right? So 4 hours. So that's a long one. So maybe you can break it down for people. All right, love you.